Alright, alright. Um, Hopefully the audio is good. I have no way to test that. It was working earlier, but I was just not ready to record earlier. So, hopefully everything's working. Forgive me. Still sick. And also not feeling the best. But that's life, I guess. It is what it is. What is this, like week 3? Being sick, dude? Goddamn. Let's just talk about that real quick, okay? So I had plans at the start of November, for those of you keeping up with the whole business conversations and everything. So this month was supposed to be one of the bigger months for leading up to like the initial release of the business. But I have not been able to do a single thing I wanted to do for the past 19 fucking days. So that sucks. Like, it sucks so much. Thankfully, the people working with me and stuff are, they're supportive about it. They're like, dude, don't even worry, come back when you're 100% better. Like, I just never had that before where people are just so understanding of the situation. And I'm not even like, it's not like I need to go to the hospital or like I'm stuck in bed, like it was for like the past 4 years, where I was getting sick like every month or two, really badly too. Like to the point I would lose jobs and shit because I just cannot get out of bed, or I can't eat, I can't sleep. It was really bad the past 4 years, but this is the first time I got sick this year. I'm just kind of pissed that it's lasted this long. Like I said, it hasn't been anything like super severe. Just a lot of like coughing. I'm not able to talk for long. Sometimes near the beginning of it, I wasn't able to focus very well. Eating less, just doing everything less, basically. And it did affect my sleep for a little bit, for like a week and a half or so. Maybe even the first 2 weeks. It really just affected my sleep. I was getting like 4 or 5 hours of sleep instead of like 8 to 9 hours of sleep that I try to aim for, because that's what my body needs most of the time now that I can fucking sleep at night. I won't get into that conversation. But it's nice being able to sleep like a normal person again. I have been able to do that for like basically the past 8 years, realistically. Like I'd have some good days, but most of the days were just really bad. I just could not sleep at night, could not be awake during the day. It was god awful. Let me tell you, that shit ruins your fucking life. Okay, let it be known. If you ever have a problem like that, please get help. Don't be like me, right? Just waited and waited and waited for things to just magically get better. It's not how that works. Things did get better. After 8 years, this year has been, like I said, the best year physically and mentally for me. And like kinda health-wise, not really. Like I've had better years leading up to like the 8-year issues, but over the past 8 years, this has been the best year thus far in terms of like physical condition, mental condition, able to sleep again properly, stuff like that. So hopefully next year is even better. Now that I am feeling better, I can start, taking care of myself a little bit more. Maybe even start working out again, because I haven't worked out in like 2 years. I think it's been 2 years? Maybe a little bit longer than that. Because before that, I was working out like every single day. Literally every day. Just in my apartment. For like, I don't know, I want to say like an hour or 2 a day. Just working out, I got to the point where I was able to like lift up my bike. Not a light bike either, by the way. This shit was pretty heavy. I was able to lift up my bike with literally one finger. I probably can't do that anymore because I haven't worked out since then, but it was nice. Sometimes I'd go across the street to the like community center because they have like a workout room there. I think I like really realistically went there like twice. Um, first time I went there, I ran on the fucking treadmill for like 2 hours straight. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me. I've never ran so much in my life, and I certainly cannot run that long anymore. That's for damn sure. But everyone in there was just like, dude, is this guy okay? Like, what the fuck is happening? And this, like, the strongest um, man of color I've ever seen would just, like, walked up to me when I was done. He was like, dude, what the fuck? I've never seen that before. And then he, like, offered me his water and stuff, and I was like, oh, it's all good. They were really supportive in there. You know, nice people. People that could probably snap me in half in a heartbeat, but hey, they were nice. The people that scare me are usually the nicest people, which is weird, you know? Just to have a big man of color walk up to you, like, big guy. Like, this dude could pick me up with, like, one arm and throw me like a fucking football, probably. And he just wanted to, like, ask if I was okay, congratulate me and shit. It was weird. It was a weird time. Anyway, yeah, I just want to mention that because the past 3 weeks have been kind of brutal. I haven't been able to do anything I wanted to do, business-related stuff. There's a lot of, like, meetings and fucking, like, workshops and shit was trying to do this month to get everything ready because I want to launch before 2026 begins, ideally. Because, like, around Christmas time, I want to have Christmas deals and stuff. I don't know if that's going to be the way it's going to pan out, but that's still my goal. It just sucks that this month has really slowed me down quite a lot in terms of everything I'm trying to do right now. Because this entire month was just going to be a lot of talking, getting shit prepared, you know, getting more information and knowledge, stuff like that. So, yeah, that part kind of sucks. Again, everyone that's, you know, helping me and teaching me and, you know, through all of this, they're all, you know, very supportive over the fact that I'm sick, you know. I've never had so supportive ever in my life, to be honest. So, it's kind of weird with how supportive they are, but it's a good feeling, you know, that they're not, you know, they're not like discouraged or anything. They're just like, literally take the time. Don't even just get better first. That's just a good feeling. Yeah. But because the sickness hasn't been super severe, and also because I have everything I wanted to do this week, because like I can't be in like a 2-hour long conversation, coughing every 2 minutes, and then I'm like, "What'd you say?" Sorry, I had to like blow my nose every 30 seconds, or like clear my fucking lungs every like 5 minutes. You know, that's the kind of shit I just cannot be doing constantly during these conversations I'm trying to have. So, yeah, it just fucking sucks. That's really all I can say about it. To be honest, but for those of you that are keeping up with all the business talks I have, that's sort of what's been going on. But because of those situations, I have spent a lot of that time learning how to develop games and apps within Fortnite. And I know that sounds way out of my league and totally random for me to just all of a sudden start doing and learning about. But like I said, I don't like to waste time, you know? Like, from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed, I am constantly doing something that I would consider to be important. May that be thinking about video ideas, writing thumbnails, documenting stuff, learning for countless hours. And by countless hours, I mean like I learned for like 5+ hours a fucking day. It's crazy. I wish I cared that much about learning when I was in high school. I did. It was only after high school, and I was like, dude, I love learning this stuff. Because my brain just never fucking stops thinking. Ever. It sucks, by the way. You know, usually when you relax, your brain's supposed to like calm down. You know, when you're sleeping, your brain's supposed to like be at like half mode or whatever. And my brain doesn't do that ever. Like, there's never a moment where I just am just doing nothing. And maybe that's a reason for a lot of the health problems I've had over the past like 8 years. Because I'm just constantly doing something all the time. But I don't know. Laying down and just like watching TV, that doesn't feel right to me. You know, or like sitting down to watch like a movie or two. Like I don't know. It doesn't feel right to me when I could be spending that time creating something, learning to create something, or just, I don't know. Like your average person spends like what, probably like 2 to 3 hours, maybe even more, just like entertaining themselves with stuff, like watching TV and stuff like that. Depending on the day, but like on average, I probably spend like, I want to say like an hour, like an hour and a half at most days on average, where it's just pure entertainment. It's just relaxing. Get me stuff. Other than that, I am creating, I'm learning, I'm thinking, just constant. It's quite exhausting, to be honest. That's what it's designed to do, I suppose. But for some reason, I just discovered, like years ago, that learning is just a good way for my brain to like put that thinking because there's no point just overthinking random shit all the time when I can be actually putting it towards something. So it's not going to. It's not. I don't waste the functionality of that anymore, I suppose. Yeah, the point being is my brain just never fucking stops. Even when I'm sleeping, it doesn't stop. Like my dreams are not normal, and I'm not talking about like a half horse, half human hybrid thing with like a frog face walking up to you and like handing you a birthday cake or something. Like nothing weird like that, but like dreams that people just don't have, you know, like really weird shit. It used to be mostly nightmares for a while, just PTSD and whatnot, of me getting killed and shit, which sucks. Everything, by the way, not good. I really wake up feeling like I died half the time, which sucks. That's why when I wake up, I just like an hour, just kind of process everything that happens from fucking sleep. I don't know. My dreams are like literal lives. It's like being in coma for like multiple years, like almost every single night. It's crazy. Like I think one of the craziest ones I had, I don't know when this would have been, probably, within the past like 4 years. I think I literally like dropped out of a fucking spaceship in space to fall onto Mars and fight a war on Mars. Like, what the fuck? Who dreams of shit like that? And then you add on the fact that I can feel everything, and I don't like floating and falling and like G-force and shit. I don't like that shit. That shit bothers me flying. I've never been on a plane before. I don't know if I ever will be on a plane ever. But those are the kind of dreams I have. I think the one that doesn't make any sense to me ever was when I don't know what happened. It was another space-related one where I'm just like, I don't know. I think I was floating in space or whatever. And then I had this like vision pop in, like after like a flash of light, and then I saw this map of like a random galaxy, like a star chart basically. It's a random galaxy. I don't know if this galaxy exists. If it does exist, that's even more concerning that I talked about that. But yeah, it was so vivid. I was even able to like draw a picture of like the star chart I had vision. So yeah. Anyway, so like I was trying to say, I've been working on learning and creating some Fortnite maps. The one we're on right now, I'm just gonna run them. Not too crazy about this one, but yeah, I just kind of want to, you know, hold on. Sorry, sometimes things break. I really forgot to do that. If the video's breaking, or if the audio's cutting out, buffering, or it just like pauses completely, it's not you. It's my computer being fucking shitty. So don't worry about it, okay? Nothing I can do about it. It just happened, and it's just something I have to live with. So forgive me for that. Really, nothing I can do about that. Unless you want like really low quality. But I would not do that. So this is like, you know, neither the quality's worse, but things don't break, or the quality is up to par, and then things double-edged sword. Sucks, but it is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna just kind of just give like a devlog for a little bit, just kind of talk about some stuff, you know. Forgive me for not making devlogs on everything I'm doing. I will totally do that with the next map that I create. Absolutely, you know, go through all the ins and outs of it. For this first, I technically have two. The map we're on right now was the first map I made, just testing out stuff on my own. And then I just had this great idea. So the second map I worked on is a lot more in-depth than this one is, but, you know, I still think this, which is cool. But it's nothing crazy. It's nothing special. You know, again, I'm just going to talk about everything. But the only reason why I didn't make devlogs for, like, the entire process of everything, because for one, I'm sick, and my headset will be broken. Often I was sick, so now I'll be right side of the headset. You know, I wanted to take the time I was sick until the point I was able to start talking again. It's still not perfect. In the moment, that's again, I just wanted to take that time, just dedicate like 5 hours a day, usually more than that, entire goal of just sitting down, learning how to do something, and then putting it to use. And I totally glossed over this. But the entire reason why I wanted to get into Fortnite, and to be fair, this is something I wanted to do since Creative 1.0 came out, which was probably like 6 years ago when I mined my French or whatever, and that's just part of it. But, you know, whenever Fortnite Creative came out, I was like, this is cool, I want to learn how to do this. And then I think it was like a year or two ago when me and your favorite officer, of course, were just messing around on Fortnite, and then we scrolled down a bit and we were like, whoa, look at all these games people are making. Like, these are just actually different games, kind of like the way Roblox is, basically. And immediately my mind was flooding with so many ideas. And then I just never wanted to try it after that for some reason. I was like, this is too hard, it's too overwhelming. And then they came out with and the actual program on computers, so you can like actually code things and make like custom models, cutscenes and stuff, which I think is awesome, and I'm so excited to learn how to do that too. And oh my god, I did not know I was so like excited to learn this stuff, but I really am. I know some like real nerdy fucking shit, but again, the reason why I wanted to learn this is because I realized how much money people are making off Fortnite games. And you're probably going to want to hear this, okay? Just give me a quick second, so I can do this real quick. So just real quick, okay, real quick. Let me see if I have these papers here. Forgive me, this is edited, or it's not. Forgive me for this being live. So there's a lot of moments where I just wish I could edit this out so we could just get straight to the point rather than having to look for something. But just think about this real quick, right? So those of you that have been keeping up with the whole business conversations I'm having, right? I've talked about how much money a business can make just on your own. And I'm just going to go over year one here real quick. So by the end of year one, just from like a monthly maintenance costs coming in from clients, we were projected to make almost like $171,000 in the first year, and that's just from the monthly maintenance fees that clients have to pay to keep their websites and shit running. That is a lot of money. Okay, the year after that is over double that. Okay, that's a lot of money. Okay, and the reason why I bring that up is because I learned how much people are making just having Fortnite maps for people to play, right? Some of the dude, it's hard to believe this is even actually happening. This is how crazy this is, okay? Some people, on average, right? On average, the minimum you're expected to make if you're in like the top 300 is like 1,000, and that's at the low end. Okay, the top played maps within Fortnite, the people that have made these are making millions an hour. What the fuck, yo? Whoa, like what? Millions an hour, bro. An hour. Now, to be fair, you know, that might be for like a month or two, and then, you know, your player count dips down and whatnot, but that is ludicrous. I was gonna use the word insane, but we're dropping ludicrous on this. Millions of dollars an hour just to have people play on your Fortnite map. If that isn't like the most insane thing you've ever heard in your entire life, other than like Jeff Bezos, then I don't know what is, to be quite honest with you. Now, don't expect me to be making billions off a map. I don't think I'm that good. But they have changed some of the rules in play. I'll talk about that more in separate videos. Details about how creative works. Being a Fortnite creator, use code TheTrueAura in the item shop, by the way. You can do that now. That's official. But yeah, these people are making millions an hour at the high end just to have people play on the Fortnite map for like 15 plus minutes. That's insane, dude. Again, I don't think I'm gonna make anywhere near that much, but like, if I can make a couple thousand in like a month, that'd be amazing. Then I can put that into the business, to start my business, to have more revenue coming, and that will lead to better content, which also leads to better maps, of course, if I continue to go down this route. But it's been so, as complicated as it's been a lot of fun. I'll be honest. This is just Creative 1.0, by the way. Like I said, they have the whole software application for computers now, so you can actually like code stuff, you know, make custom models, animations, stuff like that. Like, I could literally like record a video of myself to make as like an animation in game. You know how many opportunities that opens up, dude? It's crazy. For those of you that know me from the past, you probably know my ultimate goal when it comes to Fortnite maps, and that would be to have like, you know, a Pokemon style game within Fortnite. I think that'd be absolutely amazing. I don't know how to do that. That's probably way harder than doing what I'm doing right now, but it is something I want to do. Like at the end of things, you know, once I actually know everything I need to do, that's kind of like the biggest project I want to do with, is to have like like a creature catching game. There's always one Pokemon. And I'm definitely not good enough to make something like fucking Warframe. I don't know how to do that. And I will never know how to do that ever. Hold on a second. Something is popping up on my computer, which is causing everything to freak out. I would assume this is my antivirus telling me, hey, we got like a 10% discount to give you. If I wanted it, I would click on it, okay? But whatever's popping up is really affecting this, and it won't even tell me what it is. It's just like a white box at the moment because it hasn't loaded yet. Oh, it's actually the audio center. Why? That's the second time that's happened in the past like 3 months. I don't even know what that is. Can you close, please, so I can get back to the video? Get out of here. Get out. Hold on. Technical difficulties because audio center popped up. For literally no reason. I don't know why that's happening. I should probably click on it to see what it's telling me, but I don't care right now. And if it turns out my audio is pretty good at the same time, it's probably going to tell me that, then shame on me, I guess. Okay, this is taking. Please leave. You're destroying my fucking bitrate. Please just close so I can keep talking without my voice just disappearing. For the love of God, please. See how bad my computer is, bro? I'm so excited about this. Oh my god. One of the first things I do is get rid of this piece of goddamn shit. You thought the Vanos computer was bad, bro. This is a whole different level than that. Oh my, this is like if Vanos computer had like a not so aware child. I don't want to say the word I'm going to say because I'm like, you know what I was going to say. A slow, if you will, a slow child. You? It's not. Just close, bro. Didn't ask for this. Please leave. Is this like a hacker trying to miss me? Just hop on the live stream, bro. Probably not if I can count anyways if you're active in your shifts. Okay, it's closed. How long that take? Probably 2 minutes. Forgive me. Okay. What the fuck was I talking about? Anyway, let's just backtrack a second here. So the reason why I wanted to make Fortnite maps just randomly, after I figured out I was sick, like the day after I realized I was sick, I was like, I want to make Fortnite maps. Learning what I learned. And, you know, I don't think you guys can wait for it. You know, after hearing those numbers, that's crazy amounts of money. Not to say I'm doing it just for the money, but that is a huge inspiration for sure. Because I can obviously spend that money to make better content, give back to the community, build my business, you know, do everything I've been wanting to do for so goddamn long now, because YouTube videos don't pay. Currently, get me to 1,000 subscribers finally, and then I can finally earn ad revenue. Hell yeah. That's probably only gonna be like I don't know, $100, $200 a month, but it's something. So if we get to 1,000, I can start earning ad revenue, but hopefully we should be able to do that soon, thanks to something else I'm working on in the background. I have so much stuff going on right now, it's fucking crazy. Oh my god. I can't even talk about this one because it's private right now, so I can't talk about it, but expect something next week. Hopefully if things go well. This isn't business related. This isn't Fortnite related. This one is YouTube related. And yeah, so I'm just collecting some information and stuff at the moment to see what's happening. But yeah, I won't say more than that right now. But just yeah, you'll see some changes. That's all I can say. Anyway, bro is yapping up a storm for a guy who's sick, but you guys haven't heard from me for like 2 weeks, okay? I'm sorry. 3 weeks. How long has it been? I mean, I made those teasers for the Fortnite map I'm working on, the main map I'm working on, But yeah, forgive me for yapping so much. It's been a while. I'm starting to feel just a little bit better. It's not perfect. Hopefully this ends this week if all goes well. Um, take care of myself and whatnot. Anyway, so I'm just gonna sort of talk about this one map here. Again, this is not the main focus of this video. This map that we're on right now, nothing too crazy, okay? Like I said, I made this one just to test some stuff out on my own, completely on my own, not looking at videos or anything. Well, I watched videos before that. But, this is just a map for me to just kind of mess around with. I'm still going to publish it though, because I think the concept is unique. One more conversation I want to have real quick. I said I wasn't going to talk about this, but I feel like I need to. So the way Fortnite Creative worked before, like when you're publishing maps and stuff, basically everyone's just copying and pasting each other. Like if you'd go down Fortnite, like the bottom segments where all the games are, you would see a lot of like box fights, or like Spiel the Brain Rot is like the biggest one right now that is making billions. But a lot of people would just copy and paste stuff. They would have like Super Mario box fight, and then like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle box fight, even though it's the same exact thing with a different picture on it and a different name, but it was the exact same thing. And recently, around the time I actually started, I think maybe it was like a month or two before. I don't know the date specifically, but hold on. But basically, they sort of said this isn't okay for people to do, so now they're going to promote maps that are actually unique. So they actually look at like the time you took to make the map, how much time you spent building, how much time you spent play testing and stuff like that, how much time you had like the beta sessions and stuff like that for people like test stuff out, get some opinions. They're even gonna track like updates after your official release. So like, are you doing updates afterwards? Are you like making sure things are running good? Adding some quality of life stuff. I think is awesome and is really in my favor right now, because I have been working 2 weeks on one single map. Not this one. This one took like 2 days. But the map I'm working on the most, I spent like 2 weeks on, like 5-6 hours a day working on it, and it's almost ready for like beta release. So when we get into that, I'll talk about that more, because I will need some people to sort of just kind of play around a little bit if they're able to. I don't know if I have to publish it as a public first and then make it private. That is something I don't know. I might have to make game trailers and stuff first, and then I can come out with like the beta for like a couple days, and then like release it and stuff. But basically, once everything is in place to be ready, I just want people to just kind of try it out with the map code and stuff, so they can just kind of let me know like what I want specifically is like people to just kind of look around for problems and stuff, like take pictures, take notes, like maybe something gets stuck in the wall, or like this weapon doesn't work for some reason, or stuff like that. Then I want people's opinions, obviously, like what they like, what they dislike, what can be improved upon, what they like the most, stuff like that. Just do keep in mind, and I'll get into this one, just keep in mind that Fortnite Creative 1.0, and I'm pretty sure 2.0, but I think 2.0 has a workaround. 2.0 is the computer program. There's a limited amount of memory you have available to use, and basically everything takes up. Every tree you place down takes up memory, every chair, every detail, lighting, words, everything takes up memory. And in 1.0, I think the maximum you can go up to is like 100,000 memory. And believe it or not, this map is I don't know why those buildings are white, by the way. That's a bug. I probably should fix and figure that out. I'll talk about bugs later because that's a funny conversation to talk about. But this map alone is probably at like 98,000 memory. And this is nothing even that crazy. Because this is just supposed to be a map to like hang out with people with like open mic and stuff like that. So when people are, you know, coming up to me in the YouTube comments or wherever you're going to give me email sent I might have to make a dedicated email. I don't know. I feel like comment section is just a lot easier for people to get their message across to me. But when people are forming their opinions, you know, their likes and dislikes about the map I'm working on, and I guess that's what again I'm not making it's just an adopted child. I just wanted to like try it. Like, that sounds bad. An adopted child I wanted to like learn how to raise. Okay, that sounds a little better. And then send it back. So again, this is not my passion. So just when people are giving me their opinions, you're like, hey, I would like if you added this, or I think this would be really cool, or and whatnot. Just kind of keep in mind that I'm like almost out of memory already on the biggest map, because again, it's been 2 weeks. Like, there's still some features I'm trying to squeeze in there at the very end, but just do keep in mind, once memory's full, I can't just add more, because you're not able to do that, basically. I believe 2.0, the computer program to use, I believe they have a workaround for that. So like, if they don't have like the max used bar that you have in 1.0, you just have like the memory. How do I explain this in a way that makes sense? There's like a red line. I'll show it after on the other map. There's like a red line. You know what? I can show this. Ignore everything else for a second, okay? Ignore literally everything else. Okay. So you see that you see that yellow bar at the top, right? At the end of that, there's that little red line, and that's the maxed used line. Okay. So that is how much memory your map is taking up at all times. If I were to go far away, you can see that yellow bar goes down, but that red segment stays there. Okay. I believe in 1.0, or rather 2.0, the computer program to make maps on, that red bar does not exist. So if I'm all the way out here and the memory's at 47,000, it is just at 47,000. If I go to a more populated area like this one, 91,000, it's just at 91,000. So basically people have made like a workaround where when you're far away like this, things will stop loading because you just won't see it anyways. And it just frees up a lot of space. So you're actually able to use, this is the biggest island I believe we're able to use in 1.0 is this massive, I think this is like 1,000,000 by 1,000,000 or something like that. It is absolutely big. But with the red bar, you just like after you could fill up like a 100 by 100 area, and that's like realistically about it. But on 2.0, you know, each of these squares would be like a new area to load, basically. So you can actually have like an actual big map, basically. if that makes sense. Sorry, all of this, just ignore it all, ignore it all. But yeah, so just do keep that in mind. You know, once I forgot about it. Once we you know, are maxed out, we can't just add more in 1.0. That's just not something we're able to do, unfortunately. So, again, for that, I also need to remove the HUD from this game mode because that's just unnecessary. Yeah, I just want to explain that real quick because I know people are going to have a lot of ideas for what I'm doing, and even like future projects. I know you guys used to give me all your ideas all the time. and I appreciate that. Back in like the Minecraft days, you guys went absolutely crazy with ideas, and I kind of miss it. I know that was like 9 years ago now. It's crazy to think that I had a better time when I was making less content. Like my back in like 2017, our channel was popping off, and then everything went wrong and whatnot. I won't get into it. I made a whole movie about it, by the way. You can check that out. You're the Phoenix. It should be on the homepage. The very first thing you see on the homepage for like new subscribers, or for people that haven't subscribed yet. Just so people have a little backstory on who I am, what I've went through, and stuff like that. It's just weird to think that 2017 was like the best year YouTube wise in terms of like numbers and comments and viewers and people actually like coming in, hanging out, actually like participating and stuff. Um, it feels like nowadays there's a lot of just like solo stuff. Me just kind of trying to come up with ideas with a much worse computer than my $3,000 computer I used to have. God, I miss that shit. I hope my baby's doing good, bro. I hope my baby's doing good. God, I miss that computer so much. And it was upgradable too. So like it can still be good if you just upgrade it. God, I miss it. I miss it. That shit was like the price of a used car. 2017, about that shit. Oh, I miss it. I miss it. I don't like this fucking $250 piece of shit laptop. It's just a glorified calculator that can go on Google. Well, and also stream, but it's not supposed to be able to. I force it to. Like that's why there's problems because it's not supposed to be able to handle something like this, but I force it to. Loaded Windows just so it'd be able to do this, and it still breaks. So yeah, this computer just sucks. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna give a little rundown of this map, and then we're gonna go into my actual map I've been working on for 2 weeks. Because again, this one I just messed around for a couple days, just kind of doing things on my own. Trying to figure stuff out. That's why like some trees are quite literally just floating. It is funny to look back at this versus my other map. I'm gonna be honest. It's funny to look back at this one, because I just spent like 2 days, 3 days just messing around. But look at these floating trees. Like that is not pretty to look at all. And do you know why the reason that's happening? That's because I didn't know how to put them into the ground. I know how to do that now. I just haven't come back to this map to try things out. I think that's why the buildings are white. It looks like milk has spilled on the buildings. Don't know what that's about. It wasn't like that one. But we'll talk about bugs later. This tree is literally floating in the complete air. You know? Like I didn't know how to put it into the ground. But I know how to do it. Tweak the trees a little bit, because that is not appealing to look at whatsoever. That is god awful to witness. Can I like go straight up under it? You can. I feel like I should make like an Easter egg. Dude, have you ever seen the inside of a Fortnite tree before? Because I have. That shit hollow. That shit hollow, bro. For something that's so sturdy, it's very hollow. Okay, sorry. Just little things like that, and I don't know why. Yeah, so I'm just gonna take a moment, drink some water, collect my thoughts real quick, and then we're gonna get into the actual proper dev conversation. And again, forgive me for not making like this a whole series where I was showing all the ins and outs of what I'm doing, what I'm learning, and stuff like that. Forgive me. Again, I was sick. I still am sick, just not as bad as it has been the past 3 weeks. But again, I wanted to take the time I was sick to just sit down alone for once without making videos about it and to just learn and then do. Learn and do, learn and do, so on and so forth was literally what I'm doing. So, just, forgive me. The next map I do, there will be proper dev logs where I am showing all the ins and outs and whatnot. But again, being sick and this being something completely new to me, I just wanted to double down on focus. Because if these maps do well, bro, this could change my life. It can change our lives because, believe it or not, I've been saying for the past 12 years I've been making content that when I become successful, I am giving back to quite literally everyone that wants it. Like just straight up. I know you hear that a lot as viewers, and trust me, I'm a viewer too. As much as I am a creator, I also watch a lot of content. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of people just say that, and then they hit it big, and then they never talk to you again. You know, I'm not gonna be like that. Like I literally swear on my mother's grave, I will not do that to you. Okay, every subscriber helps me. Every like helps me. Every second you're watching helps me. Every share helps me. Everything you do, even just watching, saying nothing, helps me. Okay? And for the people that want to be rewarded for that effort, I am more than happy to do that for people. It cannot be a giveaway, though. Okay? Giveaways are technically illegal if there's like gambling involved. Like if we do like a raffle or something, that just you can't do that for content. Okay, don't fall for that. By the way, if you see any videos like that, don't do it. Okay, if they're all like everyone just put in like $1 and someone will win like $1,000 or whatever, no, that's not the way that works. Um, it has to be competition based, or everyone has to win. So competition based, obviously, there would be winners and losers. The winner would get the prize and whatever. Or the other side of things would be like a wheel spin where everyone gets something. Like no matter what, everyone is winning. But we pick someone random every day. You know, like that's technically okay. You can do that, but everyone would have to win, basically. So I think the way we would do it in the future is just competition based or like performance based or whatever it may be, you know. I will figure that out when I actually have something to get back to you guys because right now I quite literally have nothing. But we'll be at that point. I'll make it apparent. Like this is how to do something, whatnot. Because I don't think I could legally just like send money to people either. Especially across different countries. I just don't think I can do that. Gift cards, maybe, probably, like through the mail or something. I could probably do, but anything more than that, I don't think I can do that unless it's like my own merch or something. But I don't have a merch store anymore, so that will come in the future. But anyway, I just want to mention that because I keep telling people this because it's true. Like, if I become successful, I will give back to people that supported me. Everyone that didn't support me, they get nothing. I don't care about them. But everyone that did support me in like literally any way, shape, or form, I will give back. You know, the more you support, the more you help, I will give you more, obviously. And that goes for people I know in real life too. Like if there's some people that just ruin my entire year by talking shit, like you're not gonna get anything, bro. Hate to break it to you, but if you just are like ruining my life, why do you deserve anything? Because you don't. But if you're just genuinely like being supportive and being nice to me, then like yeah, you will get something for sure. What that will be, it is to be determined. But you know, well, for people in real life that I actually know personally, it would probably just be money because I know them in person, so it'd be a lot easier to just be like, hey, here's $5,000. Thanks for all the help. You know, a lot easier to do that when I know these people in person. Um, but yeah, just sort of just keep that in mind. You know, the people that do support me and are genuinely just good people, nice to me and whatnot, they will reap the benefits along with me. You know, um, before I smoke for a moment here, I heard a quote like I don't know when. It was recent enough for me to still remember it, obviously, but it was a quote from this guy that made it famous. It was his dream to be famous. He made it to the top. It was like it is what he lived for was to become famous, make it to the top, right? And these words will forever stick with me, to be quite honest with you. I can't remember who this is, so I won't name names because I quite literally can't remember who it was. But um, he was talking about it, and he was like, I made it to the top, and there was nothing there. Like, I don't know if you guys know who I'm talking about, but this is like a father of like three children, happily married, wealth beyond your belief. You know, he has everything people dream of. And after he got that success, that fame and everything, he literally became suicidal and shit. And he was wondering why he's not good enough and all this and that. And like, I don't know. I think one night he like told his wife, like, tonight's the night. Like, if you don't see me again, I'm sorry, or something like that. And then he like went to the attic. I won't get into details about it, but bro had everything people dream of having. And he became just so depressed, so alone, and so just like heartbroken. And he had everything. And he knew he had everything he wanted. But after that, there was nothing left. Like, he got everything he wanted. And then it was like, now what? You know? What do I do now? I've completed my life. And I'm like, now what? You know? It's such a sad fucking story. He's alive, by the way. He didn't actually kill himself, but sorry, I mean unalive himself, because you're not supposed to say that anymore. This is a live stream, so I can't cut that out. So it is what it is, I guess. But that's a quote that just kind of sticks with me. Is like when you get to the top, there's nothing there. You know, the only thing up there are other people that made it to the top, and that is literally it. That is it. That is it. There's nothing else left up there. So that is why I've been saying, like, when I become successful, y'all are coming with me. You know, it's one thing to be successful alone, but it's another thing to be successful with the people that helped you gain that success. You know, so I just want to, get back to everyone that's helped me get to that point. When we get there, I've been doing this for 12 years making content. I know my numbers are nothing to show for that. Okay, forgive me. I I 100% have all the knowledge I need to know to be successful, but again, life sucks. Life treats you bad sometimes. Unless you're me, then it's most of the time. But you know, I made a whole movie about all the stuff I went through. Year of the Phoenix. After this video, check that out. If you want to hear my backstory and whatnot through the worst years of my life. And let me tell you, that movie needs a sequel because things, believe it or not, got like worse after that. Um, Crazy to think about, but yeah, just before I take a moment to just catch my breath, drink some water and stuff. You know, despite the past realistically 13, 14, maybe even 15 years of my life, um, despite a lot of bad things happening, and I'm not trying to like, I don't even know the word. Um, I'm not trying to like, I literally can't say the word because I don't know what it is. um, I don't want to say like my life is not better than someone else, but my life is also not worse than someone else, you know? Someone always has it worse and someone always has it better. And I understand that. That's why I don't like to complain and like seek pity from people and shit like that. Like whatever I'm dealing with, I just deal with it. Literally alone. Like very rarely do I ever ask for help. Like very rarely, and I probably should more often. We're human beings at the end of the day. We're not supposed to do shit alone, but that's just what I do because people would shame me for problems I was having. You know, like back when my mom passed away, back in like grade six or whatever it was, which again would have been like 15 years ago or whatever. Um, you know, I was telling my fellow classmates about it, being like, dude, I don't know what to do. And a lot of people would just like make fun of you for that. They'd be like, haha, no mom, or whatever, you know? Which now that I'm an adult, that doesn't bother me as much anymore. If you repeat it enough times, I might have to, like, you know, Breaking Bad you or whatever, but, it's just, I don't know. Growing up, people just made fun of you if you complained about your life, essentially. And I don't know if that's true for the rest of you. If maybe that's just something I had to go through or something. I don't know if this is like a normal thing that happens to everyone growing up. Um, or if you're still growing up, then still growing up. You shouldn't be watching my videos if you're like 12 or something now. I swear a lot. Um, I don't swear to like be aggressive. Anyway, I'm gonna go on a tangent just about swearing if I talk about this, so I won't. But I just people would shame you because your life is not as good as theirs, and that is why I just deal with all my shit alone because I just know that if I'm gonna fucking talk about it and I'm gonna like spill my heart out to people are gonna be like, "Shut up! Like this doesn't matter. Why are you telling me this?" Stuff like that. So I just I suffer through everything in silence, basically, like most men do. Maybe that's like a man thing. Like a lot of men go through that, you know, like grow up or don't be like a princess or whatever kind of shit. That was just a lot of thing men have to deal with. Maybe some women too. Probably not as often, I would imagine. I feel like women are more forced to have like better grades and shit like that, I guess. But I don't know. That's just something that's always just kind of bothered me throughout my life. You know, you can understand why, obviously. But yeah, no, I don't seek pity from people and whatnot. It's just I like to tell what I have to say. Okay, if you don't like that, then don't listen. That's totally fine. If you do like that and you feel bad, cool, good for you. Like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter to me what you think when it comes to my bad stories. Obviously, if you're like, oh, I'm so sorry, that's good and whatever. But if you're someone that hates me, so be it. I don't care. We're all in the same playing field, anyways. Like, I'm sorry that like 90% of my stories are not fun stories. Okay, like forgive me for that. You know, that's why I just don't talk about my personal life as much. But anyway, it is what it is. I need to stop fucking mumbling so much. Rambling, I mean, not mumbling. Rambling. Anyway, forgive me for yapping. I realize the music um, isn't happening. I should have done that from the beginning instead of just turning my volume down. I didn't know the daytime music was broken. We'll talk about that. I'll figure out what's happening with that. I probably broke it. Oh no, it's because I haven't touched it yet. Right. Gotcha. Okay. So anyway, give me a moment. I'm just gonna smoke real quick, and then yeah, I'm just gonna run over this quick one map. Again, this isn't the main focus of this video, and then we'll go into the actual main focus of this video to talk about something I'm so excited to share. Oh, I'm so excited, bro. It's crazy. And this is coming from the guy that can't show emotions very well, okay? Like, I'm really rubbing my hands and, like, grinning like an evil villain right now with how fucking excited I am for this. Oh, God. Oh, God. I've never been so excited in my life. I don't know why. I gotta admit, my first time having sex did not make me feel this excited, which is very depressing to hear, to be honest. But it is what it is, and I only speak the truth. uh, anyway, yeah, just give me a minute. Maybe I'll play like some Spotify for like a minute or something. Not a minute, because that would be a waste. But I can't play that because that's copyrighted. But yeah, just give me a minute, and uh, let me what's a good song? Usually I just leave it on shuffle. Start of ads popping up all the time. trying to think of songs we just don't hear constantly all the time. To be fair, I listen to most of these a lot, and I'm still not bored of them. Don't know how I'm not burnt out on this one single guy that I listen to the most, but I love his music, dude. I think he started here too after I started making content. So he's been doing it for around the same time. That's it? Oh yeah, because Spotify is all weird. You have to like go into Spotify now. Because now all of these songs are going to lead to something random. Okay, let's just hurry this up. Um, um, the newest one? Should we play his newest one? Yeah. Okay, give me a minute, and yeah. I will.
I'll be back in a minute, I'm kidding, I'm in it to win it. These casuals, they ain't gon' get it, cause I'm on a mission. Just listen, these bars that I'm spitting, I'll light a cigar when I'm sipping. It's job when I'm winning, a star how I'm living. A car that is tinted, so far from my limits. You think it's a fiction, but now I'm addicted. You won't catch me slipping, this life I be living. If I do it, she finish, she want it, she get it. She like when I hit it, she never forget it. We living like royalty, she come with loyalty. That shit is rare, but she never want more than me. Making that money is funny, we stacking them honeys. Just doing the things that we wanna, cause passion is purpose. I know that it's worth it, I do what I love and the cash is converting. I hate all the haters, but they do me favors. If only they knew that their comments make paper. They gone like they vapor, this beats with my neighbor. The bass is so loud that their house is in danger. My eyes on the prize and my passion don't lie. If I want it, I get it, my vibration high. Yeah, I live till I die and I'll do it just right. Do you like how the plaques on my walls hit the lights? And I'm just a white boy, yeah, I get it. But fuck it, I like rap, so I spit it. Yeah, I'm just a white boy with some rhythm. This beat in my system, I made it, no kidding. That shit it be hidden, keep stacking my winnings again and again, like I'm making commission. This life's an addiction, addicted to winning. Each day got me grinning, yeah, straight from beginning. Yeah, let's go. What I want, I get what I see. I picture my life and how it's gonna be. Yeah, I get what I want, I get what I need. I know that I'm right where I'm destined to be. Yeah, I get what I want, I get what I see. I picture my life and how it's gonna be. Yeah, I get what I want, I get what I need. I know that I'm right where I'm destined to be. Yeah, I live what I'm dreaming, I think and believe it. I get what I want and I get when I need it. I'm ready to work and I'm here to receive it. And I'll be the first to be grateful, believe it. I know what I want and I know that I'll get it. Set my intentions and never forget them, cause my greatest weapon is always direction. I give it attention, then I'm gonna get it. It's not how they see it, that's only perception. Glass half empty, yeah, that brain need correction. I see the world and my life is a blessing. This all is perfection, I see the connection. I'm right where I'm supposed to be, living so openly. Grateful for everything, feel it emotionally. It's in my soul, I can feel it so potently. Ready for more that the universe throws. It's all a reflection, so what you project, and you get what you give, so you better address it. I just wanna live, be my best, keep progressing. The less I compare me, the more I'm ascending. It's all what you notice, where you put your focus. One thought at a time, gotta keep it in motion. It's all by design, gotta trust and stay open. And live like you have everything that you want, and you'll only receive once you let go of me. Cause to really be free is to let go, believe. And passion is purpose, what's under your surface. Cause I got a furnace that's burning and burning. I'm down for the work, when I give, I keep burning. It's always returning, and I'm always learning. It's time to let go of your past and move on. Listen again and again to this song. Yeah, I get what I want, I get what I see. I picture my life and how it's gonna be. Yeah, I get what I want, I get what I need. I know that I'm right where I'm destined to be. Yeah, I get what I want, I get what I see. I picture my life and how it's gonna be. Yeah, I get what I want, I get what I need. I know that I'm right where I'm destined to be.
All right. Totally off topic here, but um, do I talk about this? Should I talk about this? I don't know. I kind of want to. I won't get into details about it, but I feel like this song has done something today. This is my first time listening to it today. Um, as you can see, the song is 963 hertz, which is known as like the divine frequency or whatever. Again, I won't get into details about it, but um, literally like 10 minutes after listening to this song, I was watching a random video about like how to run a gaming channel. No, it was about YouTube monetization. and like super chats and shop and all that stuff, just kind of glossing over that. And that's when a notification popped up for this new YouTube feature that I knew existed already, I think. But yeah, it's just with this new feature that I'm testing out before I talk about it. Again, I'm not going to say what it is yet. Um, but I feel like this song low key kind of worked because that new feature is it's all I'm gonna say is that it's mind blowing. No one's talking about it right now, and that makes me think that like this may have never been there before until now, but no one's talking about it, and I'm gonna be one of the first people to talk about it, which is gonna be awesome. So yeah, oh god, I'm just so excited. But yeah, I think that song may have has something to do with that because it's random that notification popped up after that song played, for this feature to like open up the secrets of the universe in terms of YouTube. Anyway, I'm gonna stop yapping and I'm gonna start yapping about things that we're actually here to talk about, rather than just updates and rambling about random stuff. Some of you guys like that, and I appreciate you for just hanging out and listening to me talk about some random stuff sometimes. But majority of people, they're not here for that. So forgive me that it takes me sometimes like 2 hours of just yapping. It is what it is. Anyway, so this is the first map I was working on. Again, I did this to just kind of test things, ignore the fact that these buildings look like they have radioactive pee on them. I don't know why that's happening. That was not like that when I left here. But yeah, this was the first map I worked on just to try things out on my own to see like what I'm capable of. Again, it's nothing crazy. It's not supposed to be. This is supposed to be a map to just hang out with people with like open mic, which is why there's like a fire pit over there with chairs and stuff. You're supposed to just kind of hang around here. It's going to be companion based because, as you can see, I haven't talked about this. There's companions in the game now. And I figured this was the greatest opportunity immediately to make a companion forward map, whatever that means. Um, so yeah, Fortnite added companions. If you haven't been keeping up with that, by the way, if you had the the backpack pets in the past from I think chapter one, um, like Bonesy, for example, which is this guy. Um, if you had the ones in your backpack, you will get a physical, actual animal that you can interact with in the future. This is Shadow, by the way. I won't get into details about what companions are right now, because you probably already know, and if you don't know, then I apologize. But yeah, this is supposed to be like a companion map and just a place for people to just hang out, talk, and for people that want to earn XP, they would go down that way, basically. So the entire point of this is just you get XP for hanging out with your pet and whatnot to get outfits and stuff. So let's just kind of just run through this and kind of my whole process behind this. Again, this isn't anything too crazy. This is not the main focus of this video. Because this is the first map I made, I figured I would talk about it. So, I believe I called this Companion Park? Yeah. So, welcome to Companion Park. Please enjoy playing with and showing off your companions. Help yourself do some free XP, again, over there as well. And please favorite and like. Again, this map, there's not much to really do. It's just, you're supposed to just come here, hang out with people, make friends and whatnot. And obviously be respectful with people. Because, Fortnite monitors the chat themselves. I can't do that. But, I am not held responsible for what someone may say to you, but I am responsible and whatnot. I don't want like a group of adults harassing like a child or something on my Fortnite. Like I ban but I should have rules somewhere explaining like how to. Yeah. So I just left like a little subscribe to my channel and whatnot, just kind of promote myself. This is where future maps will go. So I don't have anything to show right now. This is where I would put my other maps, and then you basically just click on that, and you can teleport straight to the other map. Play that, of course. And then this is going to be my creator profile. Within the game, you can scan that QR code that is available. I don't think it pops up unless I'm actually playing. There is a link in the description. Check that out if you want to see that. My descriptions are kind of messy, some stuff, but you can basically scan this QR code, and it'll bring you to my creator page within Fortnite. TheTrueAura, same as my item shop code. Use code TheTrueAura in the item shop, by the way, if you haven't. Appreciate it. I won't get into details about that right now. I'd like to mention the fact that people can do that because it's cool to be able to say that now. But yeah, you can check that out. There's nothing there to really look at yet. And then there's also my YouTube channel and my TikTok as well. To be fair, I haven't used TikTok much since it came out. Or rather, no, I was using it a lot when it came out, to the point they actually wanted to like sponsor me to make TikToks. I would be a millionaire right now if I said yes to that, and I'm stupid for saying no. I'm gonna be honest, but I was like, I don't like TikTok that much, you know. I'm stupid for saying no to them, but yeah, I'm starting to use it again because I have a lot of followers. And then I also learned how to make like a day-night switch, which is cool. So right now it's nighttime, and then as you can hear in the distance, there's like nighttime music, and dude, I was so happy I figured out how to do that just on my own. Yeah, and then those lights basically come on nighttime thing. I'll have to test that out. And then when you come over to the fire also starts at night. This is also I was just messing around with stuff. But that's one of the coolest things I've had to do on my own. And if you hit it again, it goes into the proper daytime, as you can hear. It has daytime music. Again, blows my mind as it works on my own. And the lights do indeed go up when it's daytime. The fire goes out when it's daytime as well. I just think that's cool. You know, I think that's just cool. But yeah, I'm gonna turn it to nighttime because it's a little easier for me to talk. And then, yeah, basically, if you are someone that doesn't want to hang out with people, you just go around here, collect these tokens. They give you XP. I found out these don't actually give you XP until it's calibrated and stuff. So like, I need like, I think it's 1,000 people collecting. Again, you don't get much at the moment. This goes up to extra large rewards, I believe. Again, you don't really get much. You know, this is just there for people to just gain some experience. But the whole idea there is that you follow this trail, which running and walking, because I have sprint turned on, like the sprint bar, I guess. Like there's a limit on how long you can run for. This whole walk, which again is supposed to be companions and whatnot, walking with your dogs, creatures and whatnot. This whole walk, I think, is like 13 minutes or something. Fucking crazy. But yeah, you'd basically follow this entire path through Companion Park. This was like the most you could really do on this one. Gain some levels and experience and whatnot. And then you would come to the end, and then as a little reward, there's like a big old pool of coins in here. I don't know if actually all of these work, to be quite honest. Let me tell you, trying to figure out which ones work and don't is almost impossible when you have this many. Because as you can see, this one is 178, this one's 188, 151. Come all the way over here, we got fucking 403. It's insane. And then I gave people like so they're a lot slower than I thought they were. Now, I think I need to figure out how to work the respawns before I actually publish this, because this button here that is supposed to respawn bikes. I can't actually show that because I'm in the mode right now. Basically, the bike can spawn. But the issue I'm having is that it spawns the one that's over there. So if someone clicks that button and like someone's like halfway there, figure out if they want to run all the way back or not. And I feel like people are just going to leave if that happens. But yeah, that's literally the gist of Companion Park. Again, nothing crazy at all. Just messing around with stuff like spawning, basic answers, audio, switches, buttons. This is how the XP works. The reason why I say this is complicated to know what's what is because of this. One by one, I had to add all of these. Every single one of these are those coins you see on the map. If I didn't do this, you wouldn't get XP for each coin. Completely my fucking fault for being like completely new to this. What I was supposed to do was to set up the first coin to be set up with this, and then I copied this one and placed that one around. Because when you copy them, it automatically has the same settings set up, so it would just automatically go to the XP device. So, yeah, I didn't know that at first. I added every single one individually, and I'm not going to. That's why I said I don't know if some bigger pool all work or not, because, again, I had to do this one by one by one. Oh my god, it sucked. But now that I know what I'm doing, I can just copy that to set it up. They would all be connected from there on. I also lowered the jump rate and whatnot so over stuff. Which, now that I'm realizing it, I learned how to do that first, yet the map I spent the most time on, I got confused on how to stop people from leaving the area. Weird. Weird how that happens. It is. But yeah, that's the gist of the main part. There's nothing. And I ran out of room to like do more stuff with this, to be honest. But it's just supposed to be like a hangout spot for people. Just kind of like make friends, talk to each other and whatnot. It's kind of like VR chat, but in Fortnite. And you get companion XP because I wanted to be one of the first people to offer that. Too late now. Now that's been 3 weeks of companions being us somewhere. It's already done. It is what it is. But yeah, this is the first thing I did. It took me like 2 days to do all of this. Just kind of learn what things do and whatnot. And yeah, there's nothing else to really say about it, other than why are those bikes stupid? Yeah. That was the first thing I worked on. Just mess around, try and think it out. I'm so excited. No. It takes a little bit for it to load in because there's just so much new. Oh, I'm so excited. You can use companions on this map too. Thank you. I don't know if I'll keep that like that or not. Especially if there's 4 people. I don't know. It's just nice to have XP to get evidence and stuff. Where did he go? Alright. Oh, dude. I'm so excited. I'm going to try and not show too much because there's no trailers or anything yet. We're not in beta yet. This isn't public yet. Because I'm almost done everything, I figured now's the time to just talk about it. And I'm so excited. I need to try and Ignore everything. Ignore it all. Take a moment so I don't show too much. Talking about this. Okay, so this, I can't look at the camera when I'm in here. If I place a chair again. How did I even find a chair that I can sit in the first place? How did I do that? I don't know. Whatever. Just um, so this is the thing I've been working on for the past 2 weeks now. Um, Again, I've been spending 5-6 hours on this every single day that I've been sick. Um, and this is going to be a Call of Duty Zombies inspired game mode within Fortnite, which probably has happened before, but I just figured it'd be really cool to try to do that, and I did it. It's almost done for testing. I'm so fucking excited to share this with people. And again, this is the first. This is my second map technically, rather than Companion Park, which is my first. But I call this one my first because I've spent more than 2 days on it. Again, I spent 2 weeks on this so far, and I'm almost out of memory. I still got some features I want to add into here before I run out of memory and whatnot. But yeah, this is going to be a Call of Duty inspired, or Call of ground-based zombies from Call of Duty inspired game mode within Fortnite. And because this is my first zombies map, and probably the first map I am going to publish, um, it's not perfect, you know? Like, the whole idea is there and everything, but because I'm not doing this on the computer and I had to place everything by hand, aside from this ship, this is the only thing I did not build by hand, which is why I had to delete half of this, because this thing took up a lot of memory, by the way. In case you were wondering like how TV and stuff works, I cut half of this ship out. I actually broke the front of it. If you've seen the first teaser, you would know that the ship looked really cool. I messed that up, and there's no undo button, so that's just gonna look like that now, rather than what it's supposed to look like, and I can't fix it. This is the best I can recreate it, and I apologize, but it sucks that that happened near the end, that I just happened to delete something massive like that by accident, but it happens. It is what it is. But yeah, this thing took up so much memory that I had to delete like half of it. It looks good from, the player's perspective when you're like down here and whatnot. Yeah. So again, this is going to be a Call of Duty inspired zombies mode within Fortnite, like round-based zombies. Um, I even added a wonder weapon too. I don't know if I want to show that. I might wait until that's like teased in the trailer, to be honest. I want to show it so bad because it's cool. But basically what I'm trying to say is like this map is not going to be the best thing ever. It's the best thing I've made. And this is going to lead to bigger and better things. And then when I get a better computer, I can add custom models, I can add animations, I can make cutscenes, I can add voice lines and stuff, you know? Like, I'm just limited with what I'm able to do. Can I join, please? What are you trying to make? AJ, you can't join yet. But if you're subscribed to the channel, I should be coming out with, like, private tests, within the next couple of days, hopefully, if everything goes well. So just keep an eye out for that. I will make an announcement for that. And then, yeah, then people can try it out and play it around. In case you weren't here for what I'm talking about, this is going to be a Call of Duty's Zombies inspired game mode within Fortnite. So it's going to have, like, rounds and stuff like that. You're a creative god, by the way. Ooh. Are you? You might have to tell me more. I don't know if I'd be able to get back to it at the moment because I want to run through this, but either in the comment section or just on this video, just let me know what you do, because I'm new to this whole creative thing. Like, I don't really know what I'm doing. I am watching videos and then, like, recreating stuff on my own, but I am still very new to this. So in the future, if you are like really good at creative or like using um, the 2.0 engine and soon to be the Unreal Engine 2, by the way, I haven't even talked about that and I won't. But if you say you're as good as you say you are, then we might be able to work together in the future, to be honest. Um, but if you're not, then it is what it is. Anyway, so yeah, there's there's I like when you look at this, you probably have no idea what the hell this even is, and I don't know if I will go through what everything is supposed to do. I'm just gonna go over just how much work I put into this. So this system over here, this is like if code was visualized, basically. Like if you could see code in real time, this is what it would look like, basically. And as you can see, this is the zombie level functions. So basically, as the rounds progress, the zombies will get stronger and stronger. They get more health, and they move faster as well. That caps out at how many is this? 1, 2, 3, wait, 10, right? 10, yeah, okay. So it's about 10 levels of zombies, then it kind of caps out. Um, I kind of made the last one just a little bit stronger, just so this should take you to realistically like round, I think 35 to 40 if I have this set up correctly. I will have to test that out on my own. Maybe I'll get myself a god mode or something. But this is just one mechanic within the map, and this whole process took me quite a bit to set up. And a lot of this stuff I had to reset up multiple times just because I like broke something, so I'd have to redo the entire thing again. It is complicated, and you guys don't really need me to like go into like this is what this does, blah blah blah. You probably are not here for that, to be honest. On the next map that I make, I will definitely talk about like this is what this does. You know how well that works. Yeah, this one mechanic alone took quite some time to set up. And then up here is where I have the actual zombie functions. So like the game will start, and then there's like a waiting time, and then because it's round based, ooh, I just shut that off. I shouldn't have done that. Ignore that. Because it's round based, there has to be a end to the round, so there's like different audio for that, and then there's audios for when the zombies get stronger, and then there's you get gold as your points, and this is all the stuff you get XP from. You get XP from zombie kills. Ignore that. Ignore that. Round, buying doors. Ignore that, and some objects that are just at the starting area. So you do get pretty good XP, and I think the cool thing about this is I can 100% do like double XP weekends and stuff, where I just bring these up like 1 or 2 notches, which I think is awesome. And I try to stay as true. God damn it for that! I keep showing things I don't want to show yet. I try to keep it as true as I could to like Call of Duty Zombies without making it like impossible for people. Because let's be honest, Call of Duty Zombies gets kind of crazy after like round like 15, and then it gets really difficult. But I do have the like last alive zombie feature. So basically, if you keep the last zombie alive, he'll just kind of chase you around. I do have that. But because sometimes zombies get stuck in stuff, or they just don't do what they're supposed to do sometimes, because that's just how video games are. I could talk a lot about how bugs just kind of show up. It's kind of funny when they do, to be honest, because I was really talking to your favorite officer about it. Because I was showing him some like gameplay footage of the newest feature when he was in my room, and it just something went completely wrong, and I was like, "Dude, I don't know why this is happening, and I also don't know how to fix this." it's just kind of funny when you're like creating all this stuff and then things go wrong. Like as much of as an annoyance as it is to like try and figure that out, it's just kind of funny as well to see things just not go the way they're supposed to, even though you have it set up right. It's just funny to me because it just comes out of nowhere, dude. like whatever was working yesterday, something could just not be working today, basically. And the more you add, the more complex everything gets. It's a lot. But yeah, this is like the main functions of the zombies there. I guess I showed this off already, so I will show this. We'll probably give a little bit of just some like behind the scenes gameplay maybe into like round 5 in like the first area, maybe like no commentary kind of thing, and then probably just kind of end it there without showing too much. But because I did show this by accident, I will talk about it. So for this first map, I wanted to introduce the Hellhound rounds from like Call of Duty Zombies, like the OG Call of Duty Zombies, which I think stopped at like Black Ops 5, I think, is when the storyline changed. But these used to be like dogs that would show up on the map. So I do have that set up. Every 5 rounds, there's a dog round, and it will basically spawn wolves that will chase you down, and they do a lot of damage. And to be honest, on their own, they don't really do much. Like they're just like they're kind of easy to avoid. Um, but if you get overwhelmed by them, it is actually kind of scary when you're like fighting one behind you, and then you turn around and like 2 more come around the corner, and then like all of a sudden there's another one behind you. It's just it does genuinely kind of make you jump a little bit and get your blood pumping. But the wolves themselves, they aren't anything too crazy. To be honest, I hope you could read that. And this is also going to be a first-person experience to stay true to Call of Duty, and I think the first person just looks good. The only problem with this is that only the ballistic game mode in Fortnite, which is like the first-person like CS:GO style game mode that Fortnite created, I think last year or this year maybe. Only those guns work well in first person. Like they have custom animations, they look good, they sound good, they feel good. Every other weapon doesn't really work like that, and some of them have no first person at all, um, which is kind of annoying. But once I have a better computer, I can just make those animations myself in 2.0, so I'd be able to just get weapons. Um, I can even make my own weapons too in the future as well. So we're just kind of working with what we can for now. Some weapons do make you third person. There's nothing I can really do about that. I could make a first person, third person camera technically, but I don't know how I would trigger that on certain weapons. I'll figure that out. I'm gonna look into that and try that out, see if that actually works or not. Because right now I have first person or third person in first person view when you go down, so you're like looking at the ground. I was able to set that up, but yeah, some weapons just they're third person only. There's not much I can do. And when you like reload and stuff, if it is in first person, but it's not supposed to be, there's like no animation to it. It just kind of disappears as you're reloading it. So it does kind of ruin the immersion a little bit, but all the basic weapons can be upgraded anyway, so hopefully people don't mind that too much. And then this is the thing I've worked on the past 2 days now, I believe, is this process right here. I actually did this on my own. It took a while to figure out what to do. Okay, not on my own. I did this with the help of Google's AI, actually. It took me it took me like 20 minutes just to get some like stuff figured out for it, because it was like giving me answers and I'd be like, I don't even know what this means. Can you explain this for Creative 1.0 rather than 2.0 and stuff like that. So, but by the end of it, it was able to tell me exactly what to do, which I didn't know you could do that. So this was thanks to AI actually that I set this up. So basically, to just feel like there's a sense of progression within the game, and you do get XP for it, so there is a sense of progression. Basically, there's a zombies level that you get for like eliminating zombies and buying doors and stuff like that, which will be in the bottom left. The actual your map level will stay there, and then I'm gonna have like to show off player levels and stuff like that up there. But then I was like, I don't know if like a player level's enough. And I also don't know if that carries over between maps and stuff. I don't think it does. If there's a way to do that, I will learn how to do that in the future, but I don't think there's a way to do that in 1.0. But then I was like, I don't think that's enough. So what if we had weapon levels on top of that? So now every weapon category, from pistols, shotguns, assault rifles, snipers, RPGs, grenade launchers, SMGs, melee, and then bows. These will all have progression as well, up to level 10. I believe the actual map XP, or your map level, is up to level 50, I think. 50 might be too much. Again, I will test that out when my map is published, so I can just grind for a little bit, see how long it's taking. It was 30 originally, and then I added all of these, and I was like, I don't want them to be max level before these are done, because that really won't make any sense. So, right at the moment, it's at 50. That will probably change. But each weapon has 10 levels to get through, and basically my thank you to them for that is to give a powerful version of that weapon that isn't somewhere else already. So, like for the pistol, you get these, I don't even know what this is called. I can't see the name. But you basically get a very powerful version of that weapon if you reach max level. And this might change in the future, the way I have this set up, because I don't want this to be given to everyone. But the idea behind it is that once you're max level, every time you come back to the map and you spawn in, you'll spawn with your max level weapons available. So I think I might have to change this to where they're like up there at the beginning, so you can like choose the ones you've unlocked. Like they'll show up after you unlock it. Because right now I don't know if this function will actually work as intended. I need to test it out properly. Levels themselves, you do go up, but it takes a while to get to level 10, so I haven't actually been able to test that part yet. But yeah, the whole idea is once you're max level on weapons, you just are able to start with a more powerful weapon, basically, just to kind of mess around with. I won't go into details about what's what, but I just think this is kind of unique, and I don't think I've really seen anyone else really do this yet. They give you like a gift when you start for progressing a lot. So I think that's cool if it works the way I want it to. Because right now I'm worried that everyone's just going to be given this as soon as someone's like max level, and I don't want that. And then this is like the last zombie alive stuff. I can't really explain that more than I have because that's literally all it is. And then this is the down to first person. So when you go down, you go into first person, you'll be like heavily breathing, no blood or anything because that will make this a mature rating, and I don't want that to happen because that just really ruins my chances of this performing super well if it's like banned in most countries and whatnot. So there's no blood and gore and stuff like that. It is strictly just Fortnite stuff. But yeah, I made a first person down mechanic when you go down. And yeah, it's like heavy breathing. Your vision starts to go like in and out, like it turns gray almost because like you die slowly. And there's also like a dizzy effect as well. And you can be resurrected, of course, and whatnot, all that fun stuff. Talk about. Ignore this, by the way. It's what I was talking about earlier. On my first map, I figured out how to stop people from jumping over stuff, and I literally knew how to do that. But for some reason, when I started making this, I was like, how do I get people to just not like jump over this when they can? Why I struggled to know that after knowing exactly how to do that on my own, I don't know. I guess the excitement got to me to start this project, and I just completely ignored the fact that I knew how to stop jumping over stuff. So just ignore those. I'm scared to break these because I don't want the ship to break at all because I have mechanics up here and stuff. So if those break, it's going to be a bad time. And I'm so far into this, like it's almost ready for release. I just don't. I generally don't want to mess with anything too much. So if you do end up playing, ignore that too. See that. But if you are playing this in the future, just ignore these boxes, okay? At least I added some up here for like a little bit of lore, I guess. But yeah, my next map won't have that problem. I had a brain fart basically. So this is going to be the starting area. This is where you're going to spawn into. There's going to be like an invisible wall here that will go away when the game starts. I feel like I need to bring that down just a little bit more. Actually, it'd be kind of funny to see people like crawling around like that, just to like see outside. I probably should. That goes up. It doesn't go down, huh? Really? Okay. That's good. Well, you know. But yeah, there'll be like an invisible wall here until the game actually starts, and then you can come out and whatnot. It's the audio that plays. Gonna have like lobby music that plays. Again, I will do a quick like first area gameplay for like a couple rounds just to kind of show it off a little bit. I don't want to show too much, but yeah. So yeah, I just promote myself a little bit, and I let people know, like, to report any bugs, glitches, or share their opinions on the socials. This is where the map, different maps will be, and then I get my creator profile. That brings you to my Fortnite page with my creator code, as well as my YouTube and TikTok as well. Change boosts, of course, and of course these tokens give you XP as well, just so people have a reason to kind of just come over to these and read them. I'll go over these real quick. I've read these a million times, so I'm not looking forward to this. This is important for someone that is going to be playing in the future, so this is going to, again, be a zombie survival game mode, a round-based zombie survival mode, inspired by Call of Duty round-based zombies. The whole premise is to survive as long as you can on this compact, high-octane horror zombie experience. Horror, not really. It's not really that scary. And then I also put this in here recently to help people sort of change their first-person sensitivity, because mine was at like the default of 50, and I was like, dude, why am I moving so slow? And I only just realized recently how to do that, so I put information here for people to change their first-person sensitivity, because it's very slow with this default. And then, yeah, the whole premise, again, gain points, find loot, and upgrade your weapons, just like all zombies. There is a way to leave. If you have enough points, you can leave and survive and whatnot. And then, I haven't teased these yet, but I'm going to talk about it. I don't know if I should, but I'm going to. You can try your luck with the mystery weapon crate found on the map. I would say mystery box, but copyright, I can't say that. I'm pretty sure Call of Duty Zombies owns that, so I can't say mystery box. So it's a mystery weapon crate, which also isn't a crate either because I can't create custom models right now. So I'm just kind of using what's available. And then I am also creating a pack-a-punch system from Call of Duty. I can't call it that, so you can upgrade your select weapons using Divine Touch, which is in Forest, if you saw that from the teasers. And that's going to be the pack-a-punch mechanic. I'm calling it Divine Touch. I didn't know what to call it at first, but the whole divine thing just kind of has been a theme for this since the beginning. There's like that statue, and then a mysterious room you can find in the future for the wonder weapon. I can say there's a wonder weapon, I just can't say what it is. But yeah, there's going to be pack-a-punch. That is one of the last things I'm working on right now because it doesn't actually work properly yet. But the guy I'm watching actually just uploaded a new video about it today. His like new system for it, so I am gonna update that. That's where the mystery or the pack-a-punch is, the white circle is. Right now, it works once. Like, you are able to pack a punch one time, and then everything just kind of breaks after that. So I'm going to take like an hour or two before the weekend to just redo that entire system again, just to make sure everything works perfectly. This is the mystery box process that is going to happen. It's going to have its own music and spin audio and stuff like that. And then it's going to give you metal so you can actually pick up the weapon, and then it's going to take away the metal, basically. Just for security and whatnot, that you can give your wonder weapon to someone else as well, instead of you just picking it up and dropping it. So that's how that works. This isn't everything, by the way, because the mystery box is over there. I will show that later. I won't show it in action. I'm going to save that for trailers and stuff. And this is going to be the backup punch. Again, I'm going to redo this entire system because it's very complicated. This is part of it, by the way. But yeah, this is one of the last things I'm working on, is the backup punch. And then I'm going to try, if I can, to... Again, I'm running out of space here, so I don't know if I can do both of these, but I want to have perks in the game. Again, they would have to be named something different than they are in Call of Duty, but I want something that gives you, like, double health, or, like, infinite sprint, stuff like that. You know, so I want to figure out how to do those. And then I also want to figure out how to do the power-ups from Call of Duty Zombies. So, like, the kaboom that blows all the zombies up. Or, like, max ammo. So, like, all your weapons have max ammo and stuff like that. Or, like, insta-kill. You know, I'd like to add those, too, if I'm able to. I don't know if I'll be able to have both perks and power-ups, to be honest. I might have to do one or the other, depending on how much memory I have left. Because, as you can see, I have, like, less than 8,000 memory left to be able to use before I'm maxed out here. So, yeah. But on the bright side is, the first time you place something down, that's when it takes up the most memory. And then each time you copy and paste it, it's less memory, basically. So the first time you place something, it's going to cost the most, and then it costs less after that, basically. So if those other mechanics I want to add at the end of this are things I've already used before, then I should be able to get both of them. And I don't know if I want to show off, like, the map itself, because I have to provide that for Fortnite anyways. I will sort of show off, like, the premise. So this is going to be the first area that you started in. That's going to be the one I'm going to show off in this video when we end this off. This will show a little bit of gameplay. Again, I don't want to show too much, but this is just the first area. It's meant to be like a little tutorial area. Like, you're not supposed to just spend your entire time there. Realistically, once you have enough points to buy the door that goes to the next area, that's kind of what you would want to do. And because this is my first map and I don't know how to make a fucking video game, this is the transition to the next area. But there is, like, ammo and stuff like that in there, so it's not like a waste of time to walk through this hallway, but that was really the only way I was able to make different types of areas, basically, at the moment. In the future, I will have bigger maps. Like, I'm going to have maps with, like, cars, vehicles, and stuff like that in the future, but I'm able to use 2.0. But for 1.0, we're just keeping things kind of just very strict in a tight spot, because that's just all I can really do, to be honest. That's all I'm allowed to do. And this is going to be the second area. That guy's cool. You should check him out. I'm not going to say anything about it. But yeah, this is the first area, and this is one of the teasers with the nuke stuff. And this is how the doors work. So you basically put your gold in there, and then this barrier will disappear to allow you access into that room, kind of like Call of Duty Zombies. I would have made this invisible, but I can't have, like, the door open automatically, so they kind of just look like that, so people are like, oh, there's something over there, and then those are the dog spawners. I didn't know what to do with the zombie spawners and I still kind of don't. So they just are kind of like in little boxes like this. I don't know. I did discover later on I can technically place these anywhere, and I could just like basically show that it's invisible to people. But we're too far into this now for me to redo all of that, so I'm not going to do that. So they're just kind of coming out of specific spots, like they are in like the older Call of Duty Zombies maps, like Black Ops 2 and stuff like that, the ones that people remember the most, where they kind of come through the windows and stuff. So this, in theory, does make sense, but I'd like it more if they just kind of show up around you, to be honest. And yeah, there's a lot of, you know, little doors and stuff for you to go into, and I'll show this room off because it was in the teaser footage. So this is going to be one of the rooms where you're able to buy one of the wall weapons. Yes, I figured that out, and even more impressively, I figured out how to do this on my own without watching videos. But just like Call of Duty, you'd walk up to a wall weapon, you'd buy the weapon, and then you have the weapon. And when you buy the weapon, you also get the ammo that corresponds to that weapon as well. And just like Call of Duty, it does respawn immediately afterwards, so in case you want to get more ammo again based off this weapon instead of going to the ammo itself, you can just buy multiple. They don't upgrade as time progresses. I think I can do that, I just don't know how to do that yet. So that won't be in this map, but all the first-person gray weapons that are in like the starting areas, you are able to attack all of those. So yeah, and then this first area is just kind of convoluted a little bit. I'm really impressed with this area. I don't know why this just looks cool. Minus that sword floating, looks a little less cool. This area is just, you know, it's cool. It's just meant for like flavor. To buy some shotgun ammo. Just randomly, I should replace that with something else. And there is some like little lore in here. I wouldn't consider this to be extremely graphic, to be honest, because this dude is in the floating looking back pose with his eyes open. So I mean, he's technically still alive. But basically, I added some like little story bits and pieces throughout the map, as well as I'm like formulating, you know, what happened here, you know, who came before, who came after type of stuff. So yeah, these people did not make it, as you can see, just little flies and stuff. And no blood again or anything like that, because they're making an M rating, and I don't want that. I want this to be a teen rating, preferably. I would say maybe everyone 10 and up, but I don't even think Fortnite itself is 10 and up anymore. I think Fortnite itself is. So, yeah. And then, you know, you can buy healing and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's awesome. Love it. A lot of these rooms are just very tiny because I'm very limited in what I'm capable of on 1.0. Like I said, the maps will only get better from here. And then there is a lot of spots like this where there's just, like, nothing really happening. You can't tell because there's a roof on it. But if I were to take this roof off, as you can see, there's just this giant open area for no reason. And I probably do have to fill those up at some point, but yeah, it just didn't fit the vision. And this roof also does not fit the vision. This is one of the worst roofs I've ever seen in my life. But you're obviously not that, so it's okay. Yeah. No, I think it's awesome. It's very cramped. Because those don't stay shut if I leave them open. Yeah, you know, you just kind of come through the areas and whatnot. This is going to be the mystery crate. What I call it? Mystery weapon crate. Again, I can't make a custom model, so I'm just using this this glowing blue thing I found randomly. And I don't know how to find it again, to be quite honest with you, but I found it just in the catalog of item stores. It just glows, and I was like, this will catch someone's eye. So basically, this button will be invisible. You walk up to it, you pay money, and then this will spin a random selection of goodies, weapons, healing, stuff like that, as well as some pretty cool weapons, if I do say so myself, in terms of legendary and whatnot weapons. I will spoil that, and then yeah, the light plays and whatnot has some audio to it. We went over there, so I'm going to show that. I'm showing too much. I'm showing too much. But yeah, there's, you know, different rooms and stuff you can walk into and whatnot, get different weapons and stuff, which is cool. I will show off this. So, in the hallways transitioning to the next areas, there is these customizable workbenches. Not every weapon can be customized, to be fair, but if it says modular, it can. Unless it has a name on it already, then it cannot. It's confusing, but you just walk up to this and you'll be able to customize stuff. I won't show that. And then this is where you would stock up on your ammo supplies, because I don't. There's no way for me to make a box that just has every ammo in it. Or maybe there is a way for me to do that. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. But yeah, you just come here and buy your ammo for, you know, your points and whatnot if you're running low on ammo. Because if you're out of ammo, you're just dead. Straight up, you're gonna die, basically. And this is going to be the little forest area you would have seen in the trailer as well. That is going to be something cool. If you see that over there, you're going to want to remember that. Okay, I'm not going to say any more than that, and I won't show more of that either. To be honest, I could. Can I? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this is the boat that was teased at the end of my my teasers that I was coming out with, where I was like, I see a boat in the distance. If you don't hear from me again, assume the worst. Sort of leading up to something. Ignore these. I need to figure that in. Basically, wolves were getting stuck on like this inside part. So I haven't really figured out how to fix that quite yet, but we'll get there. We will get there. But yeah, this is the ship that I teased at the end of my teasers. I won't show too much about this area, to be honest, but again, the same premise. You know, you come over here, buy some weapons. I actually forgot this was here. I have not bought this weapon one time as I tested every weapon. I legitimately forgot that was there. I saw this, so then I was like, what's that for? Ah, that's funny. I can't believe I forgot it. Anyway, so yeah, this is just the ship. There's 2 levels to it. I am not going to show more than that. Because I can't. I mean, I could, but that was fucking spoil way too much. Sorry. But yeah, that's the ship. That's like the last location you go to get like the strongest stuff, basically, in terms of map. Yeah, that's kind of all I can really say without showing more than I have, because I could talk more about that. Like, why is that pink? What is that about? You know, or like, why is that so important? You know, I should not talk about it, but I've gauged your curiosity, so that's good. It looks very obvious. But yeah, both of those things I'm not showing are going to be important to you in the future. So that's why I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, even in the gameplay trailer, I don't know if I want to show that yet. I could maybe show that for like a second or two, but I want some stuff to be left open for you to discover, even though this is very tight, compact. You know, not as big as it could be. I want to leave some mystery there to discover and whatnot. And there is like some lore and whatnot that I'm, you know, leaving around. The lore is nothing crazy yet, so don't start scheming up game theories and stuff, because there's nothing to really theorize about quite yet. But I do have a storyline in my head that I'm sort of trying to, you know, as you know what? Here, I'm gonna show this off real quick. Because I did show this in a teaser, and then I'll get into some gameplay. As you can see, like, some of this stuff looks kind of old and abandoned, you know? And then you look at stuff like this, and then it's like, huh, this is kind of advanced and out of place compared to everything else. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, you know? So, I do have some sort of story going on for this. I just can't really do much with it at the moment, other than just little bits and pieces of just to get your brain thinking. Once I'm able to make cutscenes and stuff like that, once I get a better computer to be able to use, well, I'm going crazy with the lore, dude. Don't worry. The character from the teasers, if he's still alive, that is, will be part of it. If he's alive. If he's dead, you might just see him die, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, you know, I'm very passionate about what I'm creating here, so. I know it doesn't look like much on the surface, but there is a lot of detail I put into everything. You know, like the statue and all of that stuff. Even the crates that I have lying on the ground, just kind of explain why this ship is here and whatnot. All that stuff. So that's gonna be fun in the future, especially when I have different maps and the story kind of develops into something bigger and bigger and bigger. Because the whole idea for this zombies game modes is that like you're in this one area, and then when you finish it, it's like, oh cool, you survived, and then you go to like the next map, basically. I can't do that all in one thing like this because that's impossible, but that is that's the whole reason why we have these things here. So like when they done everything on this map, they go to like the second zombies map where the story makes a little more sense and you're in like a different environment and stuff like that. So yeah, I also got to talk about these seek answers on this mysterious island. My whole idea was to have sort of like Easter egg and like text and stuff, but I can't figure out how to have someone click on something and then text pops up that isn't just in their face. Actually, that's a lie. I have figured that out because I have messages of that play when you level up. Huh. Well then. Maybe I will add that if I still have space left over. I'm adding all the features. Because I would like you to like walk over to something, click on it, and then it like tells you about it and stuff. You know, that's the Pokemon fan in me. And then we're gonna have some like player, what are these even called? Whatever those are called. So like whoever has the highest eliminations of all time, they'll have a spot. Then whoever has the highest rank will have a spot and whatnot. The rank itself will switch for every new person. So let's say I'm max level already, and then someone else gets max level. The new person will take my place in this spot, basically. Rather than the highest, because obviously there's a cap on the highest. If everyone's the highest, I can't put millions of these everywhere. So, yeah, this will be like the most recent person who's become the highest level, basically. And then, basically, maxing out eliminations. So basically, how long this will hopefully without exploiting things, because there is a few spots I'll have to work with after the launch. Like there's some areas where you can just kind of just stand and without dying, you know, which is not the way that was supposed to be. So there is going to be some like hot fixes and stuff like that. But yeah, there'll be no like DLC updates or anything like that because again, I'm almost out of memory as it is. So there will be nothing like super crazy added afterwards, which is why I'm really front-loading the launch of this Switch with as much features as possible. Like this level up system alone takes up so much memory, just for all of this. All of this alone is probably like 5,000 just on its own. So, you know, once the game's actually out, there's not much more I can really add to it other than just bug fixes, double XP weekends or something like that. But yeah, again, it's my first map. It's not supposed to be perfect by any means. The second one will definitely be better than the first one. The third one will be better than, the first two, and so on and so forth. And then once I'm able to upgrade my computer and to use the actual, um, I guess I could use Unreal Engine in the future, but that's for like your own games, like actual games, which I'm also excited to look into. Because they're coming out with that in 2026, so I won't talk about much more about it right now, but basically Unity and Fortnite are collabing together, basically, so you'll have Unity games within Fortnite itself that you can play and earn revenue off of, which is, I think, fucking awesome. But yeah, the 2.0 engine, I forget what it's called. I think it's just the Unreal Engine. I could be wrong. Because I don't have it downloaded. Because I don't even have enough space to download it because it's like 80 gigabytes or no, it's like 109 gigabytes or something. It's a lot. My computer has 3 gigabytes left out of 50, and like 45 of those gigabytes are just Windows settings and stuff. So I can't even make more space if I wanted to. Basically, 3 gigabytes is kind of the maximum to free up, which sucks ass, but it is what it is. But yeah, once I can upgrade my computer, then I can create bigger things. You know, like this whole island would be available to play on rather than just this little section here. Like you can technically explore all of this, but there's nothing there because it's all condensed in this one area. But if I am able to upgrade my computer and use the actual program, I'd be able to add everything everywhere. You kind of see the vision there, right? And then, custom animations, custom models. I can make cutscenes and stuff like that. So, yeah, this is going to be awesome if I continue to do this, and I really want to because this was fun. As complicated and as time-consuming as this has been the past 3 weeks, it's been a lot of fun. To be honest, it's been a great time. Even just going in and doing the same exact things over and over and over just to make sure everything works. It's just been fun because like I don't know, I was able to do it. I think is what's really driving this. It's like the whoa factor. Like whoa, I was able to do all of that. I'm impressed with myself. As basic as this may be, I know I say basic kind of kind of loosely, but someone who knows what they're doing more than I do, they can do something 10 times better than this. But this is my first map. Well, my first map I spent more than 2 days on. This companion part earlier. I'm just gonna call this my first map because I spent the most time on it. And I'm so excited to share this with you guys. I know it's nothing revolutionary or anything yet. I'm gonna make other maps too, probably like tycoons and stuff like that, or like simulators maybe if I'm able to do that. But yeah, if this blossoms into something amazing, and I am able to get a better computer just off revenue alone off of this, because I get paid the month after the money was produced, basically. Fortnite's weird. So let's say if I made like $1,000 in November, I wouldn't get paid for that until December, basically, because they take an entire month to just make sure your money is legit and you're gonna get it and stuff like that. So they do check everything just to make sure you're gonna get paid properly. But yeah, and they're coming out with a new feature too. I think before the end of the year. So now you can make like purchases with V-Bucks on Fortnite maps, which is going to get very scummy very quickly, I'm sure, for a lot of people. But the only thing that bothers me is that there's no cosmetics. It would be cool if you can make like weapon skins or something for people to like buy for your maps and stuff. I feel like that'd be cool, but at the moment you can only buy like items and stuff. So you could technically have like VIP packages within your games, technically, like supporter perks and stuff like that, technically in the future. And you would get a cut of that revenue from the V-Bucks. That revenue is yet to be determined because this feature was just announced like a week ago. But that's the next thing they're coming out with for Fortnite creators is the ability for players to pay with V-Bucks for things on your map, basically. So, yeah, that's going to be cool. A lot of people are going to take advantage of a lot of people when that comes out, to be honest, but I do have some proper ideas for that, like old battle passes and stuff like that, which I think is cool. It just kind of sucks that they limit everything to just items. Because they don't want people making, better skins and stuff like that than they're developing, which I totally get. But how come we're not allowed to? Like, for example, right? Like, what if they gave us old skins from old battle passes for people to purchase? I feel like that would be really, really cool, and people would buy that for sure. Like old battle passes that people didn't finish and stuff. There's so many battle passes I never even finished. But I think they're going to make that a part of Fortnite. I don't know. It just kind of sucks that it's only item based. We can't have any cosmetics. But yeah, I think most people are going to use that as like a supporter package and stuff like that. To give people an advantage, basically. There's going to be probably a lot of people into. I think there's even gambling. Like you can make mystery boxes soon, which I'm totally not against that. I love a good mystery box. To be honest, we do. But if it's not really cosmetics and stuff, then like I don't think people are gonna really want to. Unless you have a multiplayer mode that keeps your stats, then maybe that could be good. Kind of like CS:GO, like if you unlock like a really cool mystery box. I don't know. Again, that's a new feature. So I just kind of talk about it real quick. And then, yeah, this is just my message about, I'll use the profits from the map to help my business and buy better maps, as well as hire content. And then you can help the map profit by playing often, liking, favoriting, sharing, also helping. Yeah, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. I might get in trouble using the word profit or something. I don't know. I might have to read my contract again just to make sure I don't get banned. I'm not doing this to like beg for it. I'm just saying, hey, if you want to support me, it should be essentially bottom of my heart. Yeah. That is everything that I am going to show in the sort of just talking about what I've been doing the past few weeks, basically. I'm not going to show too much. I am going to give a little bit of gameplay of just this first area up to like probably round 5 or something like that. So the zombies will be kind of slow enough running around. But it'd just be cool to get like a vibe of what's going on. Showing you how wall weapons and stuff works, and then I'll just probably end it after that, essentially. So, I hope you guys are as excited as I am. Because, like I said, I've been working on this for like 2 or 3 weeks now. 5+ hours. Every single day. Aside from yesterday, actually. So that process over there went on Monday. So, Tuesday, I actually took a break for once. But yeah, because I haven't really uploaded much from being sick, I just kind of wanted to make this sort of like a devlog video to just kind of showcase what I've been up to, basically. Because the teasers are one thing, just little random cameras throughout the map and stuff, just kind of give it a little bit of a teaser. Yeah. And then once I added the rest of the features I want to add, so for example, I need to redo the Pack-a-Punch system, which will probably be Thursday's plan, which I think is today, now that it's midnight. And then I want to, depending on how much memory I have left, I want to add the power-ups that randomly drop from enemies from Call of Duty. And then I want to add a perk system as well for like double health or movement speed or like, you know, your stamina doesn't go down and stuff like that if I'm able to. It's kind of harder to do when you don't have a computer to do it on. Because again, I'd be able to make custom code and stuff like that, so I'd actually be able to have actual work machines and stuff like that that do exactly what I wanted to do. At the moment, I'm kind of limited, and in terms of memory, I am almost at the max, so I'm just kind of squeezing in what I can at the end here. And then, after that, we should be good for creating some trailers, which is going to be very difficult to do alone, to be honest, but I'll do the best I can. And then either before or during the trailer segments, I don't know why I call them segments, like as part of the trailers themselves, but basically soon we're going to have a private testing session, maybe, depending on how that works. So people could just kind of mess around a little bit, you know, try things out for, you know, a specific amount of time. You know, I'd probably set up like an in-game timer of like 20 minutes or something, maybe. Yeah. It's like a little demo kind of thing. And then we should be good for the full release. Hopefully before the end of November, if all goes well. Because I would like to do this before the new chapter starts. Because if I come out with this when the new chapter starts, I don't think anyone's really going to care, to be honest. Since timing is going to be important. So I'd like to come out with this before the new chapter starts. If I'm able to. If not, then I might have to delay it a little bit just so the timing's good. Because I don't want to come out with the map when, like, no one is interested in playing custom stuff. Mind you, there is a whole different community of, like, millions of people that only play custom stuff. Like, don't get me wrong. I just want people to enjoy the time they come there for first. And then once they get bored of that, then it's like, let's check out some of this other stuff that other people have made, basically. So it's all about, if I have to delay it a little bit, then I just kind of have to, which is the way it is. Gives me time to work on the second map, I suppose. But yeah. And then I'm gonna have to find a way to balance making maps and games, making content, creating a business, and just finding a way to make all of that work at the same time. It's gonna be difficult, but you know, I mean, on the business side of things, you know, once I have employees and stuff, I don't have to do as much, obviously, but yeah, I've been doing a lot this year, man. I am not slowing down whatsoever. If anything, I'm only making it harder on myself because I'm giving myself more stuff to do. It's fucking insane that I am not slowing down at all. It's crazy. The pedal was already to the floor. Now the pedal is through the floor at this project I want to do, and then I just do it. You know, I don't care if I'm already working on fucking 4 other projects at one time. I have this idea, and that's what I'm doing. Right? It's just the way it is. I'll find a way to balance it all anyways. The business itself is mostly from like 9 a.m. to like 12 p.m. anyways, so once I actually get that started and I have the money to start it, it won't be that hard. This content would come in like the later part of the day after like 3 p.m. probably is when we would start like content stuff. Before midnight usually. Because I am supposed to be asleep by now. Or not asleep, like in bed. Now that I can sleep at night. Don't call me an old fucking man because I go to bed at like 12, okay? I'm not an old ass man. I'm 25, okay? I'm 25 in like an 80-year-old body. Shit sucks, but yeah, no, I don't know. 8 years of sleep issues and not being able to sleep at night. Now that I am able to sleep at night, it was a blessing at first. I was like, oh my god, I feel like a normal human being again. I can have breakfast again. And I can like wake up when the sun's out. In like the daytime. Hear birds chirping and whatnot. I know it sounds depressing as fuck, because it literally is depressing as fuck, but it just is nice to be able to go to bed at a decent time again. Because I haven't been able to do that for 8 years until like the start of, I don't know, it was like the start of summer when that sort of changed. Like May to June, when my 8-year sleep issues just vanished for no reason. I don't know exactly what happened. And maybe I just survived long enough for my body to like catch up with itself or something. I don't know, but just if anyone gets mad at me at all that I am fucking sleeping at a decent time, I I literally don't know what to say to you other than like fuck off, basically. Like I have no idea what else to say to you. 8 years of sleep issues where I would fall asleep at like 6 a.m., bro. 8 years. Let me have this. Let me just be a normal fucking human being again, okay? Like, fuck. You know, fucking forgive me for fucking sleeping or whatever. Now that I'm able to, I'm taking full advantage of it. And I'm loving it. I love waking up in the morning. It feels good. I still can't wake up at like 7 a.m. yet, or like 8 a.m. yet. I'm able to wake up before like 10:30, which is good. Compared to going to bed at like 6 a.m. and then waking up at like 4 p.m., you know? That kind of schedule like that completely destroys your entire life. So, yeah, forgive me for not being able to stay awake until like 3 a.m. and whatnot. Just kidding. But, yeah, I'm not gonna ramble more about that, to be honest. But anyway, I'm just gonna take a second and then, yeah, I'll show a couple rounds of the first area. You gotta see what's up. I'm not gonna show too much. Just to give you a little taste of the first like couple minutes. And then yeah, once this is all done, we should be good for trailers and testing. And then after we're done, trailers and testing, it's time for the full release. Hell yeah. Trailers are gonna be hard. I'm gonna be honest. Trailers are not my thing. But I have a keen mind. I love learning, so just learn how to make trailers. It's not that hard. I mean, it is hard, but it's not hard to learn. If you actually want to learn. That's the one thing about learning. If you have no interest in what you're learning, you're not going to like it. But let me tell you, one of the best addictions you can have in life, at least, you know, if you're around my age, like under 30, learning is one of the best addictions to have. So, if you're not addicted to learning, I kind of recommend you try to get addicted to learning. I really do. Don't go overboard like I do, where I'm constantly doing something every single day, no matter what. Like, the idea of relaxing bothers me. Just sitting there doing nothing, it bothers me. Okay? Don't become like that. Humans are meant to have like an hour or two to just chill, do nothing, and not think about anything. But I can't do that myself, because I've been so deep into this for so long. But get that addiction to learn, man. You would be amazed with what you're able to actually do if you set your mind to it, to be honest. Maybe you want to like play an instrument or something, or you want to do what I'm doing. You want to make content or make maps, or even start your own business like I'm trying to do. You know? Like, you think I knew how to do any of this stuff when I started? No. I didn't know how to start a business. I didn't know how to make content. I didn't even know how to make a Fortnite map. A month ago. 3-4 weeks ago, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how any of this worked. Look at me now. In just 3 weeks, because I showed up and I wanted to learn. And like all of this I was able to make just because I wanted to learn. That's all it is. I just said, fuck it, I'm sitting down, I'm learning. And this is what I was capable of. You are capable of so much fucking shit, guys, okay? Like, you really are. Don't cut yourself short. You just have to actually want to learn about it. Especially for those of you that are still in school. I mean, if you're watching me and you're still in school, you probably shouldn't be watching me in the first place, to be honest. But, you know, it's just, learning's important. It really is. Anytime you're just bored, or you come home, you're like, I don't know what to do after I've done everything I'm supposed to do, just learn. Learn something. I don't care what it is, just learn it. It'd be awesome. Oh, sorry, Jay. Totally missed your messages. Peace out, brother. My bad. Hopefully I see you around in the future. Sorry, I'm talking about everything. So, yeah, I'm just gonna take a second. And then, yeah, we'll jump into, like, a few minutes of, some gameplay just to show it off a little bit. Without really spoiling too much, if anything. And then I'm just gonna kind of just end it abruptly. So there's gonna be, like, no commentary or anything like that. It's just gonna be immersing yourself for a couple minutes. And then I'm just gonna end it, basically. So, just give me a moment, and then, yeah, I'll say my thank yous and goodbyes, and then we'll jump into that few minutes of game footage. If that's okay with all of you. Super excited about this, by the way, still. I don't get excited often, but I really don't. My life has not been that good to me, so, like, what is there really to get excited about half the time? This is one of the most exciting things I've done so far. Well, and, like, you know, wanting to start a business and stuff is exciting too, but that doesn't really, there's nothing really there for me to show yet. I mean, there is. Yeah, I can't really get excited about that until, like, I guess I'm paying clients, and then I could be like, oh shit, it's working. Then I can get excited about it. Rather than being like, oh my god, I spent 6 months creating a business that didn't work. Like, why would I get excited before I know it works, you know? Still excited about everything, though, so far. I don't know what it is about this year. I don't know what I did right to end up where I am in this position. That sounds weird. I don't know how I ended up in this position this year, to just be able to think the way I am, to feel the way I am, to process things the way I am, to have this, like, second fire burning when there's already one fire keeping me alive, but now there's like the second fire burning even brighter beside it. I don't know what's caused that to happen. I really don't. I just woke up randomly one day earlier at the start of the year and everything just felt different. Everything was just different. Like, even my thought process was different when I woke up. And I was just thinking about, like, all the shit I could do. And things I want to, like, start doing. And I don't know, I just sat my ass down and I just started doing it. No one told me to, and no one encouraged me to. No one said anything. I just decided on my own randomly. And that was after, like, my sleep issues went away, and then, like, I haven't gotten sick until, obviously, the start of November when I got sick for the first time this year, but I don't know. The only way I can really say it, and the way I have been saying it, is like the stars have aligned in my favor for once. After struggling for so long, for fucking over 12 years of just struggling through life, crawling through the fucking trenches, getting beat down on the ground, and getting kicked when I'm down, with not a single hand to pick me up, you know. I don't know, I feel like I'm being rewarded for surviving all of that. Because I'm probably not supposed to be alive right now, to be quite honest with you. Here I am. And, you know, probably not going to live to, like, 70 or 80 or anything. I won't get into that. I don't want to get all depressing about dying young. But again, the point being is just this year has been one of the best years of my entire life. And, like, there's a lot happening, like, in the background of everything. You know, like starting a business and learning how to create Fortnite maps and games and stuff like that. You know, like, that's all happening in the background of everything. I don't know. I don't know. And I also don't know what I did for this to happen. I really don't. I think I just held in there long enough for my body to, like, fix itself more. And now I just have to make sure I'm staying on top of that, you know, taking care of myself, maintaining myself, you know, doing everything a human's supposed to do, basically, to make sure my body still does good. Because chances are, if I don't give my body what it wants, it's not going to treat me very well after surviving this long, just for me to not care. So, yeah. So hopefully next year's even better. Hopefully. That's the whole plan, man. And then hopefully I don't just randomly die after I can figure everything out. Because that would suck. That's probably a very light word. You know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, I won't talk more about it because I can talk for hours about it. So, but yeah, give me a moment, and then I'll run through my thank yous and goodbyes, and then we'll talk. Or we won't talk about it. I'll just show a couple minutes again, and then. I will also turn the audio up all the way. Not that it's much of a difference from where it's at right now, but I do have the actual gameplay audio turned down just a little bit, so my voice pops out a little bit more, because my audio setup is not good at all. And I'm kind of curious to how this sounds now that the right side of my headset's broken, so I can't even hear out of that side. So hopefully everything has been good this whole time, aside from the stream itself, like buffering and freezing and stuff like that. That just happens no matter what I do. So, yeah. Just this real quick. What time is it? 12:30. Holy shit! I'm talking for like 3 hours. You can tell I'm feeling better if I'm able to talk for this long, for sure. Feeling better doesn't mean I'm, perfect. Again, I'm just better than I have the past 3 weeks. Still coughing a lot, still clearing my throat a lot, still getting stuff out of my lungs and whatnot. I'm getting there slowly. I wish it didn't last as long, because this is the fucking 20th of November now, and I have not done anything I wanted to do this entire month, business-wise. I said that all at the beginning, so I won't mention it more. I'll talk about it for too long if I do that. Anyway. So, just a quick recap of things we talked about. So, I've been sick for the past 3 weeks now. The first 2 weeks were the worst of it, for sure. This week has calmed down a little bit in terms of, symptoms and whatnot. It's kind of just evening out slightly. So I am starting to feel better. I'm obviously able to talk for longer. I don't have as much energy, and sometimes throughout the day I do have to go back to sleep for a couple hours, especially after the sun sets so fucking early at 4:30 p.m. now. I don't know. I don't know if it's part of being sick or it's just the sun setting or it's both, but I just get super tired at 5, 6 p.m. And sometimes I just have to sleep for an extra hour or two, just kind of feel better. Sometimes I don't wake back up again, or sometimes I do wake up and then I just I realize I have to stay in bed until the morning because I just am way too tired. That has happened a few times where I go to bed way too early and then I just have to stay in bed for 12 hours until the morning, which kind of sucks. But yeah, for those of you keeping up with the whole my starting a business side of things that I just kind of throw into videos at the start of videos and stuff because I like to give updates to stay accountable to myself and to you guys as well. But again, this month has really prevented me from everything. The final stuff I was working on for that. So the whole idea at the start of November was to finish some of the last things and then get a small amount, quote unquote small amount. It's small to me because I was getting this amount like every month, basically for like 5 years straight. I don't get that much anymore, but I was getting a lot of money. Uh, it's not a lot of money. It was a lot to me at the time. It's not a lot anymore, but I won't say the exact amount. But basically, there's some final things I need to do. There's some like workshops I need to do. I need to like work on my business plan a little bit more, and then I'm able to apply, or not apply, but get the money I've been trying to get. It's not as much as I wanted, because originally best case scenario was like, what was it? Like, was it like $40,000 or some shit? Was like best case scenario. To run the business for like 2 years, to run ads, get all the equipment I would need to hire people and whatnot. Best case scenario, that ended up falling through because my credit score is bad. Mostly because my identity was stolen in the past. The year I turned 18, actually, my identity was stolen. So, yeah, I'm working on my credit score, building that up. It takes a lot of time to build your credit score up. My credit is only going up like 15, 20 points a month, which is not a lot at all, to be honest, but it's something. So I am working on that. But yeah, no, I had plans to get the rest of the stuff I needed this month so I could get this money around this time of this month. Like, by the end of the month, I would have this money to start the business, basically, and to start getting clients and whatnot. So that's probably not going to be till like, I don't know, the first week of December, probably. So that it's still going to happen, but it's just been delayed by 20 days already. So hopefully the sickness is over very soon, so I can get back on to that. Yeah, then I can get some money, start the business. Paying it back shouldn't be too difficult as long as everything goes well and I budget the money properly. Because a lot of people, when they get any amount of money, they spend like 80% of that just on themselves, and I cannot do that. Don't get me wrong, a portion of that is going to go to me. It's just not going to be a big amount going to me for like food and whatnot. I'm probably not even going to upgrade things immediately. There are some options there to get like a decent computer for pretty cheap, as well as like a better phone, and a phone plan I can afford, stuff like that. So there is some options there. I just have to budget everything carefully. If I spend too much money on things I don't need to be spending money on, then I have fucked the whole thing up, and now I'm going to be in debt, basically, and that's just not good. So I have to play my cards very carefully to make sure everything is perfect. So, yeah. So, due to being sick, that has been delayed for a bit, and I apologize for that. And I apologize for also not making much content the past couple weeks. Forgive me for that. Usually I try to make a video every day. No matter what it is, it could be like 10 minutes long, it could be like 10 hours long. It really depends on how I'm feeling and what's happening. But I try to make something every day, typically, if I can. So that's why I just apologize when there's like a break and stuff, because, a lot of people forget about you if you take a break for too long. But I was sick, so there wasn't much I could really do. I haven't even finished editing like the last Warframe video I made to, do that stuff. So forgive me for that, okay? 12-year celebration we still have to get through as well. Oh my god, we've been doing this for way too long. I apologize that we're at like the end of like 2 games, and I just have not finished a single one yet. Okay, I apologize for that. I am overwhelmed with shit I'm trying to do constantly. Because I'm always coming up with new shit to do. all the time. It's what I do, and I'm sorry. So we will try and finish that before the end of the year, hopefully. If that doesn't happen, then it might just end abruptly, and I apologize for that. But I am using your favorite officer's hard drive that he uses for his Xbox to get those games onto there. Using the dev mode on Xbox and whatnot to get like PS2 games and stuff. So, I can't just keep it forever. It is his at the end of the day, and if he wants it back, he wants it back. And if he doesn't want it back, everything is getting deleted off of it, because it'll be reformatted to hold Xbox games onto it. So that's why I was trying to kind of get through everything as fast as I could. Wanted to do other stuff. And what else can I talk about here before I sort of give a little bit of gameplay for a couple minutes? What else did we talk about? The new Fortnite features coming out. I talked about 2.0. And, when I get a better computer, I can make better games, better maps, and, cutscenes and custom animations, and voice overs and stuff like that. I can do all of that in the future. I talked about my creator code, creator profile. I showed the first map. That really doesn't matter too much. I showed off this map. Talked about the new Fortnite feature, and I teased the new YouTube feature that I noticed today. I'm excited for that. I'm sorry that I can't say anything about it. I don't want to expose anything yet, but just know for the next, I don't know, till Monday probably, I'm just going to be trying some things out. So, for example, I'm going to be making like 1 or 2 top 10 videos that's kind of randomly out of nowhere, but just take that as it is, and then I will explain why I'm doing that afterwards to explain this new YouTube feature that I have discovered, and no one's talking about it. And this is like, anytime I've had instant, this is a good video idea that I've come up with, those videos have performed extremely well. And that's only happened 3 times, I believe. The first one was the Warframe music video from 7 years ago that has literally kept the channel alive this whole time, thanks to that one video. That one video only just started dying off this year after 7 years of constantly driving in views. But literally, I looked at the sidebar of recommended videos one day, and I was like, wow, this certain type of genre is doing very well. I should just copy that, do that. And that's exactly what I did. I spent like so little effort on that video, and it's my most viewed video ever. With over 100,000 views, just because I saw something and I was like, this is working, I need to do that. And then immediately started doing it, and it worked. The second video was the Thankmas 2024 video, because I was like, this is a viral moment. People are going to want to see this if they missed it. And that video is still doing well. It's bringing in like 30-40 views a day, basically, which is crazy for a video like that. So that's the new video, keeping my channel alive. And then the last one was the Game Pass video for $1 that I made like a month ago. Which the top 10 videos I'm making are going to be sort of leading on that video. But yeah, anytime I just had that instant light bulb in my mind where I'm like, this video would do well, it's done well. I'm 3 for 3 on that. And this is the 4th one. This new YouTube feature that no one's talking about, this is the big one. I feel like this is like the gateway to open up everything I've ever dreamed of in terms of making content. So I'm excited to talk about that too, assuming it works as I think it is going to work. So just give me some days to plug some data and whatnot, and I can talk about it. Anyway, yeah, that's everything I wanted to talk about. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. I appreciate every single one of you. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. If you listen to me talk for longer than 5 minutes, then you don't hate my content. You may hate me, maybe, but if you stuck around longer than 5 minutes, please just consider subscribing. It would mean a lot to me, and I'm trying to get to 1,000 at the moment so I can earn ad revenue again, because I have not earned ad revenue for the past like 7 or 8 years. YouTube has not paid me for a single one of my videos. So, if you could, just subscribe if you haven't already and you've stuck around either this long or longer than 5 minutes. And yeah, I would just greatly appreciate it. And, drop a like if you enjoyed this style of video, or dislike it if you didn't. Totally up to you. And I guess I won't tell you to comment anything because there's nothing to really comment about yet. So I won't tell you to do that. And everyone over on Kick, thank you all as well for following as well. Trying to get to 100 over on there. I've been making content on Kick since the summertime, I think. So 4 or 5 months or so. Almost 6 months I've been making content over on Kick. Because I left Twitch. Which, as sad as that is, because I was starting to actually grow steadily on Twitch, I don't agree with them and what they do. And that's the only way I can show them that, is just by not supporting them. So I don't use Twitch anymore, and I have no intentions of going back. I think Twitch needs to just burn and die. I don't think Twitch should be around anymore, to be honest. People have their gripes with Kick as well, don't get me wrong, but Kick is still kind of new, so like a lot of the problems they have are not really in their control, Like if someone's posting videos they shouldn't, everyone has done that. If you guys were on YouTube 12 years ago, you can find the worst things imaginable, like literal deep web videos, like dark web videos, where people are actually just dying on camera. Like you'd be able to just come across that on YouTube. You can't really find those anymore, but that's just why, like a lot of the issues people have with Kick, I don't necessarily feel like it's Kick's fault. Because they very clearly say they do not support this stuff, and they do ban these people and delete those content. So, unlike Twitch, where it's like, oh, you did something we don't like, let's just ban you for like a month and then bring you back so you can do it again. And if you do it again, oh, we're just gonna ban you for like 2 months, and then bring you back again. I don't like that. I don't like the way they do things over there anymore. I can't read Kick chat because I can only read one chat at a time. And YouTube talks a lot more than Kick chat does, so I kind of just stay on there. But once I'm able to upgrade my computer again, get an actual decent computer again, I'll be able to read both chats at the same time. Just do keep in mind this computer is literally worse than the Vanos computer, and the Vanos computer was very slow. So this computer's worse than that, to be fair. So, bear with me. My content's not as high quality as it was back in like 2017, before my life went to shit, before I literally made a movie about my life going to shit. It is what it is, but I just, from the bottom of my heart, just literally thank you for just hanging around, talking, commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing, everything, all of that matters. Even just watching, every single second helps me. So just quite literally thank you for just hanging out. Even if you don't say anything, you're like, I still know you're there. I still know you exist. And you're just creeping, and that's okay. You're still supporting me regardless, so thank you. And when I do become successful and I do have lots of money, then again, I will be giving back to everyone that wants it. People in real life will probably receive just full-on money, just because it's a lot easier for me to do that, but everyone else, in different countries and stuff like that, I'll figure something out to get back to everyone. Craziest thing I could do is just like a 3-hour party at this like place somewhere, like this whole ass like club I rented out or something. That's like the craziest thing I could do for people, and like sell tickets and stuff. Like that's the craziest I could go with it. Just like blast music for a couple hours and just but again, I'll figure something out in the future. You know, so if you do want something in the future, I'm just support me, and then just sort of prove to me that you supported me in some sort of way, I suppose, whenever we get to that point. Just so I know you're like not lying to me and stuff. And yeah, I will gladly give back to every single person that actually wants it. And for everyone that doesn't support me, and you hate me, or you make my life harder to live, and you just go through life, then you won't get anything, and I probably don't like you either, and I don't think about you. So choose what side of my life you want to be on. You can be on the good side or the I don't care about you side, okay? You can choose what side you want to be on. Because I'm tired of choosing sides myself. So you can make that decision on your own. If you support me, I'll support you. If you hate me, I won't even worry about you. I won't think about you, I won't care about you. Okay? It's just what it is. I'm tired of caring for the wrong people. Alright? I'm not gonna get into that. Y'all already know most of my story anyways half the time. I just been through enough shit. I'm not taking more shit from people. I just can't do it anymore. I'm tired of encouraging that shit. And yeah, that's it for me. Thank you again. I love you all so very much. Not in like a weird way, but as like a friend way. I love you, support you, care for you. I won't make you breakfast though, because I'm not a lover to you. Like we're not like a physical relationship together, But as like a friend, I support you guys. I love you for it. I don't know. I feel like anytime I say I love you guys, people are like, oh, I just mean that like a friendly way. I don't mean like, you know what I mean, okay? You know what I mean. It is what it is, right? We're all one big happy, we're all one big kind of happy, sometimes messed up family. We all have problems and whatnot. A lot of us go through similar shit. If I keep talking about this topic, I am going to talk for another like 3 hours if I can. So I'm just going to shut up. Brian. Brian, just keep ramble on too long. I'm sorry. And yeah, it's getting late, so I need to go to bed soon. And yeah, so like I said, I'm just going to show a couple minutes of gameplay footage of just like this first area, sort of just showing some stuff, and then yeah, and I'm just going to end it randomly, because I don't want to show too much. And there'll be no commentary either, so you get a sense of what's happening. So, yeah, hopefully you enjoy that, let me know. And, yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Probably tomorrow, because there's I want to make a top 10 video about something, and then I actually was making an honorable mentions section, and that ended up being enough for another top 10, so I do have enough for 2 top 10 videos. And I'm only doing that because of the new YouTube feature that I'm testing out, learning about. I had to collect some information first before I could talk about that, so just forgive me for those videos just being completely random and just out of nowhere, but it'll make sense in the end. And then, yeah, I don't know what's happening this weekend, if much, because I really want to finish everything for this map to get it ready for release, so I can get ready to start creating trailers for it. And then, yeah, I just resume business stuff at the same time. Just basically right now, the only thing holding me back from everything is money. That's the only thing holding me back. So, right now, my main focus is just getting everything prepared, and then getting the money I need to start everything that I have prepared for, essentially. Which, bare minimum, not a lot, like a chunk of someone's paycheck, basically. if we're like, again, I won't say the exact amount just because I don't want to expose myself or anything, but bare minimum, I have my threshold that I need, and then best case scenario, more money means better and easier, essentially. Bare minimum is doable. It's just going to be harder. It's just going to take longer. But if I'm able to get some money and I'm able to budget it properly, and have enough money to buy groceries and stuff, then we should be good. And then once the business is starting up, that's probably going to take, I want to say, like 3 months until I really see some revenue coming in from that. And then talk about the business, teach you guys how to do the exact same thing. And if that falls through, then cool. I wasted 6 months for nothing, but that it is what it is. I learned a lot from it. At the end of the day, like it's I didn't waste my time if all of this fails. I just learned how to do things better, or learn new things I didn't know already that I can put towards the next thing, basically. Not to say that it is going to fail. There's always a % chance that it will. But if it doesn't, it's not going to be the end of the world. Fucking do it again. Do it again, but better, essentially. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's it. I'm just going to show a little bit of gameplay footage and then so. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate all of you. Love you all. And again, subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. Please, I'd appreciate it. Drop a like if you want to. Comment if you want to. Share would also probably help get subscribers too. If you have friends that like the same type of content you do, or you have like a broader range. Like you yourself have like an audience or something of like 50 plus people or so, then sharing does help spread the word as well. So just thank you. I could go on for hours just thanking you guys for everything you do. I really could. But we're running out of time, so I won't do that. Thank you. I've said it so much already. I can keep doing it. But I won't. And yeah. So we'll jump into it in a second here, and then that's gonna do it, and I'm just gonna end it randomly. So forgive me for when that just kind of ends abruptly. If you are looking for something to watch after this video does end, just 12 years of content on my channel. Everything is sorted into playlist. I feel like the home tab is put into a way where you can find something you want to. But if you need a recommendation, then maybe you don't know who I am or what I've been through, I do have a movie called Year of the Phoenix. You can find that on the homepage, I believe, for people who haven't subscribed yet. It should just kind of be there. It may be there for returning subscribers too, but that might be the scanned video where I just talk about stuff. So, yeah, in case you just need a recommendation, because I can't put end cards on a live stream for you to click on too. When it's live, obviously. So after this ends, you can watch that, or go to bed, or start your day, depending on what time it is for you. And I guess the best thing you could do is subscribing, watching as long as you can, and then watching another video, basically as long as you can. Because the worst thing you can do is click on a video, watch like 3 seconds of it, and then back out of it. That's just, it ruins everything for a creator. So if you're genuinely not interested in a certain video and you're not going to stick around longer than like a minute, then just don't bother clicking on it. Like, it's totally fine. If you see a thumbnail and a title and like a whole premise, then you're like, that's not for me, that's fine. Just don't click on it. There's so many other videos for you to watch. Okay? That's fine. If I have nothing for you to watch at the moment, that's okay too. Go watch someone else. Just come back when you see something you do like. That's okay. That works. But if you just watch like a couple seconds and you back out, then you just watch someone else, YouTube is going to assume people don't like my channel, my videos, and then they stop promoting my content, basically. So those of you that do stick around for like entire videos, even if it's live streams, you guys are helping the channel the absolute most. And you could do even better if you just watch another video afterwards. Or if you are watching just my regular videos, if you finish one, go to another one, essentially. and it just helps the algorithm promote my content and tells YouTube like, hey, this specific type of person likes this type of your content, or they like this type of content, but then they also watch this kind of thing. It just helps everything, basically. I can't really say much more than that because I'm bound by contract and whatnot for certain things I just cannot say. So yeah, that's the best way to support any content creator. I know I said that's the best way to support me, but it's the best way to support everyone. So everyone that's just like, the best way to support me is by subscribing or dropping a like, that's technically not true. They just want bigger numbers to feel better. So, yeah, watching a video all the way through and then watching another one is quite literally the best thing you can do to support content creators. And yeah. So, yeah, we're just gonna jump into some gameplay and then that's gonna. So again, thank you, all of you, both on YouTube and Kick. Thank you if you're watching now. Thank you if you're watching in the past. If you're somehow watching in the future, thank you as well. Although you probably already knew that if you're from the future, so you already know what I'm gonna say next anyway. So I won't say none. I won't say none. Hopefully you enjoy this little teaser gameplay. Again, game footage and gameplay not fun. Just a little taste. Just a little taste test, a little sample. Because that's just how excited I am. I want to give you guys a little something to chew on, just a little bit, just a little nibble. Okay, alright, let's